Hello, America.
Are we working?
Is it what?
Is it working?
I
Can they hear us?
know.
I don't know.
Did you say hello, America, or hello?
America is what I heard.
America.
Well, I'm Taliesin then.
Do we have it? All right. Hi, America.
I'm Taliesin.
And this is
Gather your cyberpunk.
We're in.
Yeah.
So tonight is a celebration of all things dystopian and futuristic. It's the new hotness ever since 1980.
It's the hottest thing of 1982.
Yeah. So we brought a bunch of other elite hackers with us. Hello, everybody. Hello. Yay!
Yeah.
Tonight we were talking about some of our favorite dystopian science fiction pieces.
Yes.
We're talking about things that are cyberpunk today. Gina will be doing. Oh my.
Yeah.
Will show us the owl.
Yes,
in the
I've seen
office.
our owl. It's somewhere.
We actually are going to be doing one of the most cyberpunk things and playing virtual reality.
There will be virtual reality.
A couple people have not tried it yet. Who hasn't tried it yet, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
This, I have not tried this.
VR?
Oh.
I was gonna say not this.
Oh.
I've gotten to make a bunch of things for VR, but never actually gotten to play them because that's how.
Oh man, you are in
how
for
the man is.
you are
That's
in
how
for
the
a
man
treat.
is, which is why we should rebel.
Watching people jack in for the first time is like so good. It is so good. That is why I
You like
have
watching people jack in
I
for
do.
the first time.
I do.
It's gonna be that
I like
night
to
too.
watch.
It's you're gonna meet a couple friends of ours who are just made of euphemism. It's gonna be that night.
Yes, absolutely.
It's gonna be
is.
bad.
We are also going to get a little bit of the lore of cyberpunk from the lore master himself, Ryan Green. Yeah. So let's get started and introduce yourselves, and also in chat, if you think of good slang, cyberpunk slang from Neuromancer or Snow Crash or Blade Runner, any futuristic slang you can think of, throw it into chat and we'll try and incorporate it. Like Bog Mummy. Oh my God, tell us! Can you? What just happened? What just?
It's irradiated.
What is in here? Oh my God.
Yeah. It tastes terrible, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What is that? What did you do?
So this is a fun little.
What did I just put in my body?
So my. Well, considering what you're going to be putting in your body in 24 hours, this is like the least of your worries. That's another story, which we'll get to in a second. We were thinking, because you actually.
This is one of those nights. Cyberpunk isn't specifically, risque, but we just gotta bring it
It's
there.
going to be so bad.
Go ahead. What?
Hi, I've missed you.
I miss you too.
So we were talking about how to theme a cyberpunk episode because you had a cyberpunk party that was really ridiculous and cool at your house.
Yeah.
That was just kind of almost too much to fit on this set. Like the
Yeah.
things that happened at that party were.
It was crazy. There were the bar had like multiple screens behind it, and our fridge was set up to look like a server. So there were like wires coming out of it, and there's lights everywhere. And
So I really
cool.
like glowing food. I'm amused that there are things that you can actually that will glow under black light. Yeah, and that tastes like that, and the whiskey's not helping.
Oh, that's what that.
Quinine quinine is one of the two chemicals that are edible that you can put in food to make it glow. And so this is a drink with quinine in it. I've got a little bottle of quinine back here. You can see.
Oh.
So they actually make blacklight coasters, but I didn't have a blacklight coaster, but I have a blacklight flashlight, so I can just make things go woo. Or
Ooh.
yeah, there we are. So you can just like have that happen, or you do stuff. I know I'm like doing it every time the camera shifts.
That's so good.
The other thing, of course, is vitamin B2, riboflavin, which I couldn't get in time, which is a bright yellow glow. Do you remember that ridiculous thing I made you for your birthday?
Oh, the Tron cupcake.
That was a quinine-based.
So I didn't have the heart to tell you at the time.
I'm
I
sure it
feel
wasn't
like-
edible. I know it wasn't edible.
I feel like it's been long enough now that I can tell you
Oh,
this.
go ahead, please.
I don't like chocolate.
Whoa.
Oh, it's okay. It was better to look at than it was to eat.
he made me this beautiful Tron cupcake and he had a UV light
You had the flu for your
in
birthday.
the box. Yeah, I had the flu for my birthday, and it had a UV light in the box, and when you kind of hover the light over, it glowed.
That's not meant for eating. That's okay.
That's art.
He did it on
The
purpose.
quinine would have made it taste funny
it was,
anyway.
It was chocolate.
Oh.
And I never have the heart to tell people I don't like chocolate because it's such a weird thing.
He
to
knew, so
hate.
you wouldn't want to eat it. You know,
He knew.
it's too beautiful to
And I
eat.
did. It stayed in my kitchen for like 6 months.
It was better to look at anyway. Yeah.
It out.
It was a very attractive cut. It was a more attractive cupcake than it was to
Hey,
eat.
person who doesn't like chocolate but likes Tron, why don't you introduce
Yeah.
yourself?
Hello. This is my first Geek and Sundry stream. I'm Jessie Pridemore. You might have known me as Rufflebutt Cosplay. I've been a cosplayer for over 18 years now. You might have also seen me in Jedi vs. Sith on Nerdist. I was the Rey. Also, the anime episode of Cosplay Melee, Weeb Trash for Life. I'm a huge fan of Tron. I'm wearing the grid as we speak, and
You did a beautiful Tron prom dress.
I did.
well.
A friend of mine got married, and her wedding was Disney themed. And I am not a huge Disney person, but I really love Tron and like Big Hero 6 and Emperor's New Groove. And so since I was the ring bearer, she let me make my own dress. So I made like this cute, roughly frilly, could possibly be worn on toddlers in tiaras, and I held a ring.
Oh! Jessie also made my Battle Angel Alita costume for Halloween.
Amazing.
Yeah, because I saw her Battle Angel Alita costume like a decade ago.
Yeah.
Now, when I was making my own like sad attempt, and I was like, oh, she's so amazing and beautiful and talented. I wish I could be just like her. And then later I was like, oh, I could just hire her to make something as good. There's no way I'm gonna make something
Battle
as
Angel
good.
Alita is my favorite character ever,
Yeah.
and I was honored that I got to make it again.
It was so
for
great.
Erica, so
You
I'm
still
glad
didn't do that
she
photo shoot.
super honored that she asked me.
I'm honored that you did it.
Well, you have the best Tron collection of anybody I know.
I
and
do have quite an
it's an
impressive
impressive
Tron
Tron
collection.
collection.
I have a Tron tattoo. I have an original 1982 members only jacket from the original production, which is autographed
Oof.
currently by Yori and Tron. Maybe one day Flynn.
Taliesin, I like that sort of implies you know several people that have Tron
I do.
collections.
I do
Yeah.
know several people who have Tron
You
collections.
do, yeah.
Wait, so I have to say, because somebody here said that they love Tron Legacy, I'm going to make this confession now, and I've never made this confession publicly before.
A lot of firsts
I
for
may
you
know
on this
this.
channel.
Wow. I loved Tron Legacy more
Yeah.
than the original. And I've actually written, like, Twitter dissertations on the beautiful, deep storyline that's in Tron Legacy that people just seem to kind of miss, and it's this beautiful, like, kind of mixture of Prometheus of Man and Frankenstein, and it's this beautiful story that people just were like, oh, I expected something different. I'm like, oh, but it was a really good story. I'm sorry that you don't like fun.
Oh, it was Michael Sheen is my favorite thing ever in that
He
movie.
worked out at my gym, and I would see him
He's
sometimes.
so great.
Yeah.
He's gonna be so good in Good Omens. Oh my god.
I mean, he's great in everything, but
Not
I mean,
even,
I
can't
love
even
him
think
as
about Good
Castor.
Omens yet. Not ready.
Sam, let's go around. Everybody go
Yeah.
around
Oh.
and introduce yourself.
and if you have an outfit to show off,
an
come
outfit
from
or
the
a favorite dystopian
Yes,
and
and
cyberpunk.
Let us know what your favorite dystopian or cyberpunk thing is.
Sweet. Hi, I'm Sam DeLev. You might know me from Shield of Tomorrow, our Star Trek RPG that happened this afternoon, or from Behind the Shield, the after show for that Star Trek RPG, which I host. I love Shadowrun. I realize that's leaning even harder into the RPG brand, but it's what I do. We have cyberpunk dystopia. We have fantasy. They go together like the most delicious of peanut butter and chocolate sandwiches that I will eat, and Jessie will not.
I mean, if you made it, that's a different story.
Duly noted.
That
It's gonna
night.
be a good night.
Sir Forrest.
I'm Brian Forrest. You might recognize me kicking around, bouncing between various shows. If you're actually watching the new
I'm giving you a little push
the new
there.
We're Alive Frontier,
Yeah.
bonus points if you can find me. That is all the hint I'm going to give you. Besides that, I also do voiceover. I get to do a lot of fun stunt things. Lots of fun, weird, crazy things. I think my favorite cyberpunk dystopian thing would have to be original Blade Runner. I still have not had the courage to watch the new one.
It's so good.
Really?
I really. It's the perfect
apparently,
sequel.
I haven't watched it,
for
but-
all of
Yeah.
its flaws, I had problems with the love story.
See, that's I heard
in
that,
it.
they're like, there's a love story. I was like, why?
But no, it's okay. but like everything, it's like even with all of that, it is the perfect sequel. It's the
I
perfect
agree.
follow.
It
Yep,
is.
nope.
If you like the
Hashtag
original, you
spoilers.
will like
Yeah.
the
Just
sequel.
like tonally,
Okay.
Totally,
visually.
it's the same.
Okay.
I-
It's exactly the same.
The sort of
So beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
pretty.
It's long.
Same
Great.
heartbreak. That's
very long, but
That's
so
why I didn't
beautiful.
see it. I didn't want to sit in the theater for 3 hours.
I watched an hour of it. I just got it on 4K, and I made it about 50 minutes the other night and passed out and was like, oh, I'll start it up again. But I did enjoy the 50 minutes I saw.
Yeah. Somebody actually put out a guide that was like safe places to go to the bathroom.
It was a limit. I didn't want to have
It was a
coffee.
player's
It was
guide.
just
You
one of
download
those
the
things.
player's guide on your
I don't want
phone.
to go too crazy.
An outfit. Was it over there?
Yeah.
So
Just
show up.
shows your outfit.
So you're like going to a rave in 2004.
Gotta win,
Yeah.
sir.
This is. I like to call this when the candy kids get sad. Like, you know, we still want to party, but at the same time, we're wearing black to be more serious. But that, you know, and then sometimes it just gets too hot.
Oh yeah!
You just gotta.
Not
You
safe
know.
for Twitch.
Oh,
I don't know. They won't even come off my boots. But you know,
it's okay. It's ankles.
just
It's
'cause
Amish porn. It's
It
great.
gets hot, and sometimes you gotta cool off in the dystopian future, you know, because global warming. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this too much.
Oh,
In the future, shoes don't match.
I may have lost the other green one, and I was like, I've already got one on.
So is
Oh,
this
well.
the guy we go to for Molly, or?
Yeah,
No, I'm literally the guy you go to.
I'm the dealer. I'm definitely the dealer or like DJ of the evening.
dealer
I'm like
slash
trying to get
DJ.
everyone to like, yeah, come on, guys, Cyberpunk, and everyone's like, woo, and I'm like, all right.
Oh my god.
Definitely sampling his own products.
Walking around with an iPod that you're using to like
it's just
play
the
the.
iPod party. You know, it's whatever. You know, the future's bleak, but you know, at the same time, it's awesome. Yeah, it's cool. It's whatever.
Josh.
My name is Josh Petersdorf.
Get out of your frame.
You may also know me from the recent show that just got We Are Alive Frontier.
Yeah.
Without any spoilers, I'm part of that as well. I was blessed. Also know me as voice of Roadhog in Overwatch. Galio, League of Legends, a bunch of other video games. And favorite Cyberpunk, probably Midgar, like Final Fantasy VII. Like, let's take it there, right? Why not?
Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
Final
That's nice.
Fantasy VII is
Final
so
Fantasy VII, right?
cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk right there with the whole. I loved it how like they, especially like the flower shop, how like it was so like trash and like fancy, but then there was like a church where Aerith had the flowers and everything, and the bathhouse. Yeah, don't forget that.
Oh,
Cleaned. And
Yes.
my outfit, I don't have much. Let's see. Let me just I'll pop the collar. real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just button it up real quick. See, there's
So
the
in the
strap there.
future,
In the
shiny
future,
reflective clothing is very
turtlenecks
important.
are made of patent leather and stuff. Are you ready for that?
Camera's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hot.
Well, I feel sorry for anyone who has to follow that.
What am I gonna do?
You got some.
Yeah.
You're ready to go.
Well, I am also Josh, Joshua Dempster, a friend of the show. I am not presently at Geek and Sundry yet.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Ah, da, da. I even have my own music. I have my theme music. That's like really the thing that I have.
Can we make
Like
sure that's
Kong from
cleared?
Emperor's
I was about to
New
say, I don't think that's cleared yet.
Yeah, we're gonna get a strike for that one. I'm sorry.
Take it on post.
And I think my favorite cyberpunk artifact is probably King City by the comic book writer Brandon Graham. He's Canadian. It's really wonderful. It's about like a merchant thief in the future who has a genetically engineered cat that can open locks. It's the coolest.
What?
I will bring it by the house for you after I read it
Yes.
again because I just remembered how much I love it.
That's amazing. That sounds
He just
Sounds
remembered at this
amazing.
moment.
It's very
his
cool.
favorite thing that he's
Yeah.
ever had ever.
It just
Genetically
happened.
modified cat? There's a cat before?
Yeah.
Literally?
He wants
Yeah.
you to wear this.
Oh, that's so great.
It's the best.
This
a
is
lot of
all the
good
things
things
that I
at
love.
Wait, no, you're not supposed to love anything.
Sorry.
Shut down until
Oh my
you're told.
I may have tweeted a photo today that I'm so proud of. Wait, wait,
Oh, yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait.
Oh,
Yeah. There it is.
Oh!
yeah.
Jesus!
Exactly like her.
How?
It's exactly like her. Ah.
God, that's so good.
Looks just like the real thing.
Is she a replicant of the replicant?
Well played.
I am. Wow.
So much.
For the 6 people in chat who do not know who you are,
I'm Zach Deckert, aka the Chief.
You're just.
Yeah. I don't know if this qualifies as cyberpunk, but
Yes, it does.
I'm a huge fan of iRobot, the movie.
Yeah.
The book too.
Cyberpunk.
But
obviously.
it's like top 10 movies for me.
Really?
Ooh.
I never saw that.
It's
I still
it's
haven't seen it.
it's Hollywood schlock, but smashed into really heavy sci-fi.
Yeah.
And that just hits a sweet
I
spot.
mean, I'll watch anything with
Fun.
Smith in
plus,
it.
plus some good, philosophical, issues
Yeah,
and
like,
things like that.
how
mixed in.
can a man surf a door out of an exploding building holding a cat under his arm?
Aristotle
If
would be
that's a
the
thing
only
that
person to
happens,
figure
I
that
need
out.
that movie.
And Alan Tudyk.
I like that they
was
leave you
another
wondering at the end. But they
robot.
don't answer that for you. How can a man do it? You don't know. No one knows. You can talk about it later. It's cool. Sorry.
I feel like Schrodinger should be here.
Schrodinger's,
Go
Schrodinger's
show
door.
your outfit.
Go
This
show.
is so
Yeah.
good.
Great.
I'm
It's-
so
well,
thrilled
I
about
feel like
this.
if we're gonna
Okay,
show,
sure.
okay.
We'll go in
do this,
together.
yeah.
We'll go in together.
But who are
Who am I?
Who are you?
Who am
Tell
I, you
them.
say? That's him. That's me. Hello. Hello. I'm Gina. Gina DeVivo. You might know me from this channel. I don't know. Hello. Can you guess who I am and what my answer might be?
But hold on.
Yes.
How-
What?
we gotta do a test. How do you feel about nude photos that your husband may have hung on the wall, potentially with a woman on a bearskin rug?
Mr. Deckard, are you testing whether I'm a replicant or a lesbian?
Why can't it be both?
Oh.
Go show off your outfits, you two.
Oh my God.
Come with me.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
My heart.
Yeah. I can't even.
I can't. This
I
is
like that's.
amazing. This is
Oh,
amazing.
Now it is the correct tie and the correct shirt, I believe, as well.
Somehow, yes.
Oh my God, I don't know how you did that.
Because he's amazing.
The shoes
He
are actually
replicated
accurate.
them.
She's on to
It's
us.
a.
Come on,
Let's go.
let's go make a child that may or may not be the savior of the world in 30 years.
Maybe not.
Oh, come on, man.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
May or may not.
No one gets saved. This is Cyberpunk.
I knew it.
That's the best dodge around a spoiler.
I was gonna say,
I
so
didn't
party,
it
party at
does
Josh's
that.
house. We're all just gonna watch the movie. We're just
Yeah,
gonna
this
watch
is
it.
just what the rest of the episode is. We're gonna like, all right, we gotta.
Welcome.
I'm sure.
Should we show off our? We didn't show off our.
Oh, we didn't show off our
Yes,
outfits.
absolutely.
So, all right.
Do it.
Let's do this properly.
Should we both? Should I go up there too?
Yeah, go come up with me.
Yeah.
Let's just do this together.
This
So,
is us.
I know it is. This is actually. I'm very very proud of this
We
ridiculousness.
look like a couple of cyber criminals.
Yeah.
Can you please hack my heart together?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. This is.
Goggle in.
I love all
You also look like somebody who might say.
references going through chat right now. So much hacker references. I love it.
So this is actually. I'm wearing a T-shirt from my favorite Cyberpunk show.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh right. People were making references.
We're making references. So Max Headroom was like the my favorite Cyberpunk. Like I know the character. Like a lot of people just know him as like the weird talking head that sold Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
But he actually had a movie and 2 TV series. One that was produced by the BBC and one for the United States. And the United States Max Headroom television series was some of the best fucking dystopian cyberpunk insanity that you've ever seen. It was so good. It was a dystopian future where television rating, all the TV networks like competed for like resources. It was illegal to turn off your television, so you had to have your television running at all times, and that's how they figured out whose ratings were. And ratings were calculated second by second, and they were just like And there was a reporter who was like famous for Network 23, which was like the big network, and he would like go in and like bring his camera into like really intense shit and like photograph like people like blowing up and shit, and it was crazy. And then they had an AI version of him that was running around that was Max Headroom. It was great. It was great. And there was like a pirate TV station called Big Time TV, which was the best shit. It was just a guy in like Winnebago. It was like with a mohawk. It was it's Big Time TV. Welcome to Big Time. Hey, it's everything you want right here, right now. And he was just in a Winnebago with his own pirate television station. It was great. It was great.
May we all aim so high.
I'm trying to
Morgan
decide.
Shepherd.
I also really
Big
like
Tom.
Angel Lolita, which is sort of cyberpunk.
That's
It's
cyberpunk.
I love like Blade Runner is one of my favorite films. Snow Crash and Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell.
Anime.
I haven't seen it. The anime.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. If we're doing anime, if we're doing weeaboo shit, Anflux or Bubblegum Crisis.
Bubblegum Crisis.
Bubblegum Crisis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's one of my style inspirations.
don't
Bubblegum
know.
Oh
Crisis.
yeah, you
Crisis.
got some Pris.
No,
Yeah.
Bubblegum Crisis.
I think Metropolis was.
Metropolis.
Metropolis might even be the first. Well, it's anything that's basically dystopian, low-class living situations with high technology and the mixing of the two. So I feel like
Is that like
I think that is the technical definition.
cyberpunk? It's like the notion of cyberpunk is that we just have better tech and nothing's gotten really better.
It's actually society as a whole has actually gotten far
Far
worse, even though advanced technology is readily available to any walks of life.
Chappie style.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh.
So that's why you have people like wearing rags, and then they've got like ocular implants that can also like telescopically look at satellites flying above them, but they don't have enough to eat.
All right.
So it's
all
this
right.
weird, yeah.
Future 2.
Back to the Future too. Well, I was
yeah,
gonna say,
we're
actually-
Towson looks like somebody who, when they're like, McFly, you need power to go to water. You'd be the guy in the side being like, yeah, right. Yeah. Stupid McFly.
Funny every time.
Yeah.
Funny every time.
That's what it was like, oh my god.
Oh god.
I did. I don't know why this is a cyberpunk beard, but I did do this to myself
I really-
like just now.
Well, it matches
so
the plaid.
It does.
Well,
Yeah.
like you kind of like before
Cyberpunk.
you added in the goggles and everything, you were kind of going like straight up punk. I think it was.
The goggles fold, by the
To
way.
me, he's like joining the Joker gang in The Dark Knight Returns.
Somebody
Exactly.
in
Yes.
somebody on Twitter said Taliesin looks like a sci-fi game show host.
Yeah. Oh,
Can we play that? Whatever that game
the
is.
game
Can we
sounds
play
rad.
that right now?
Although
It's
if
got
it's
like
a
It
life
involves
and
death,
death
though, I'm sure.
Oh,
Like,
obviously.
users die.
It's like Running
Obviously.
Man style.
These are the risks you
Yeah.
take when you join Gather Your Party.
Yeah.
and Sam knows I bought this shirt for Eric's TBD RPG because this
Indeed.
was the final form of the master was this jacket and this spoilers
Yeah.
with the hammer, the brunch hammer. Yeah. Good time.
I set my mallet to brunch.
Oh,
Shit.
also, Gina
Yes?
has brought her makeup kit to
Yes.
do cyberpunk makeovers.
I did. So
We
if
brought-
anyone would like one further than what you already are, I can help you.
Yeah.
Can you
I think-
paint this
Yeah, that'd
beard
be cool, I guess, sure.
to make it glow? Is that
glitter.
physically
Uh,
possible?
We
I
can
can
fill your
metallic
beard
and
with
glitter it,
with-
but no, I
beard
can't
at all.
actually.
we can fill the beard with
I was just
quinine
gonna say,
vitamin B2.
wait, no, yeah.
Oh yes.
Be
no
no
glitter
glitter
on
on
this.
No glitter.
set.
Why am I even allowed?
Society has ruled.
I make elves for Labyrinth. It's just here.
It's who you are now.
I just have glitter pores
Babies.
Now,
Babies.
everyone in like every cyberpunk kind of genre has like good eyeliner.
Yeah.
That's definitely
yeah,
yeah.
It's like eyeliner
And collars.
collars
Collars
and
collars and
Because
eyeliner.
they're all so tired in the future
Yes.
from the lights on
Yeah.
all the buildings. That they
Processed
just
red
So who's
artificial.
bags
first?
under
Who's
their eyes.
first? Josh, did you want to go first? Or?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you
Yeah.
make me look sadder.
Sadder.
So yeah, we have a bunch of silly things that we brought. I brought
Yeah, what is all this?
We are.
we actually have some VR that we're going to be playing with. We have a Vive 1.5
Yeah, that's
basically.
right. So we have two Vive headsets, and we are going to be playing Raw Data, which is a co-op game about
Yeah!
shooting robots.
I love raw data.
And then also we're going to do a tournament of Space Pirate Trainer.
Love
in
Space
VR,
Pirate Trainer. I'm
which
mean
is
at that
essentially
game.
like space like Galaga or something. And it's not co-op, but you can both be playing at the same time and see who lasts the longest.
I'm
in their
a
round.
monster in Space Pirate.
Oh really?
I'm a fucking
We'll have to
monster.
go up against each other.
You're
and see how
you're
you-
in for a problem.
Oh.
Well, I was say, if you want a nice war, you can play against me and win and really bolster your confidence.
Man, I can even fight with a sword and shield in Space Pirate. I don't even need the guns, and I can fuck
Wait,
shit
there's
up.
sword and
yeah?
shield. Okay, now I need to play this game. Yeah.
I can fuck shit up in Space Pirate.
I mean, I'm scared, but I'm excited.
You talk a big game.
I
I
do.
feel that way
Yeah.
around Tellison as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm always
Um,
excited, but always terrified.
We also brought just for fun, like one of the things. I'm sure you notice that occasionally my face glows is because one of my favorite things to do for future stuff is to put highlighter on my face because that's what adults do.
By the way, it exploded in his hand.
It did. There we are. Oh, wow, it's like
Just assume
blinding.
That was intentional.
That was not intentional. No, that just happened. That was a thing that happened.
As the self-appointed cyberpunk party planner, that is actually a fun party you can have at home. Is that if everyone gets white T-shirts and you have a packs of highlighters and have black lights, and you can draw on each other's shirts, and it's actually a lot of fun. And then afterwards, you can just throw the T-shirts away, and mom doesn't get mad.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. There's your cyber party punk.
Well, it's also this is a fun thing to do at Disneyland is you put highlighter on your face, and then every time because they have black lights on every ride, so
Yep.
while you're waiting, you just sit around and kids look at you and you.
Make sure it's something that they can't see while you're walking around
No,
the park,
you
'cause
want
then
to-
they'll make you.
they will
because
make
it's
you-
part of their no mask thing.
No mask
yeah.
thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the paler your skin is, the only you can really only use yellow.
Disneyland with Taliesin, the scariest place on earth.
It is so much fun. I am a ton of fun at Disneyland.
I'll bet.
I don't believe it.
For everyone
to
in
go.
your group.
Oh yeah,
If
no,
you
this-
can make Disneyland fun for me,
not you.
you
No.
can make it fun for anyone.
Oh, I can maybe make it fun for you. I don't. Yeah, no, I can make it fun for you. Challenge accepted.
I like real rides,
There you
and
go.
they got rid of Electronica.
I
so-
know.
Yeah.
Electronica
Did.
broke my
I'm
heart.
with you on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
That was the best thing they ever did was Electronica.
It was so good.
That was really
So,
cool.
for those of you who don't know, for about a year, there was a Tron-themed rave at
Yeah,
Disneyland every night
it
with
was
good
It
music.
was in a
Such good
Disney
music.
California Adventure.
Yeah, and they had Tron dancers.
Yeah, they had like in
And-
the
Dressed
cages
up
and,
as the
it was so
characters.
cool.
and drinks
Yeah.
where they had the black lights built into the
I
cups so
still
that they
have
always
all
glowed.
I still have all my glasses.
And they
I
had
still
Flynn's
have all my
Arcade
Yes,
tokens.
Flynn's
open.
Arcade.
Was actually open, and you could go to Flynn's Arcade and play old school coin-op games. It was so good.
The best part was
But they don't have it anymore.
gone.
Because Disney hates fun.
Nothing gold can stay.
And somebody asked about the
Chrome
third
can
movie. Yeah, my Disney bitterness is pretty hilarious. But especially living in Southern California, it's really hard to hate Disney. But somebody asked about the third movie. So I'm not super heartbroken if the third movie doesn't happen for two reasons.
You got the animated series.
Well, the animated series is amazing if you haven't seen it, and I know Disney XD really screwed the pooch on it, but even people who aren't super big fans of Tron really like Tron Uprising. With the third movie, one, if it stars Jared Leto, I'm done with the series. And I'm like, this
Yeah.
isn't even me
No, for
kidding.
real,
This is like,
yeah.
I'm done with the series if it truly stars Jared Leto. And the second is, I'm okay with it. Like, merchandise is cool, but like, fandoms are so toxic now. I'm okay. if
You're okay with
Tron
it just
doesn't
letting it
turn
quietly
toxic.
turn into like a little pond in the corner that you can go to and like just like
Yeah.
let
just
it
be
turn into
like-
legend.
yeah.
I live here on the grid.
Not Legend the movie, like it fades into the
Oh,
mist.
okay. I thought
Not Legend.
I was like, Tom Cruise was not in Tron.
Okay, if we need to talk about Legend, that unibrow to this day, anytime they remaster it, I go, did they fix his unibrow? Because otherwise I don't need to watch it again.
I have a funny Tom Cruise story really quick.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Do
So
go on.
I went to the Nerdist screening of Edge of Tomorrow, and I kind of had a feeling he was going to show up because he's been showing up to
Oh, I should
things.
tomorrow was.
And I got
I like-
shoved. I
kinda
was in the
Cyberpunk.
front of the theater because, people had taken up the back seat. So I was like 3 rows away from the front. And at the end of the movie, Tom Cruise comes out, and he's talking with everybody. And I have very few regrets in life. My biggest regret as a human being / robot is that I didn't scream at him. Oh my God, it's Stacey Jacks.
What is? I don't understand that.
If you
reference.
haven't seen the movie version of Rock of Ages. Do yourself a favor.
Oh yeah.
Tom Cruise plays Stacey Jackson. It's the most amazing thing ever.
His backstage room, like green room area, when you first meet him, where he has actually brought in a swamp hot tub, like entire
and he's
environment.
wearing a dragon cod piece that's like and it's like studded and rhinestone, and it's like amazing.
There's also some great
We're gonna
singing.
have to burn this place down, or else the Fire Phoenix can't get free.
Is this a
That's a
good?
quote.
Is this a good movie?
Oh
or
yes,
Yeah.
it is one
Oh,
of
yeah.
my
Oh,
favorite
yeah, no, no.
movies.
Oh yeah, it's
Okay,
great.
I'm getting
Well, remember like
There
the
we go.
Tropic Thunder,
And
like
that
great
was
movie,
it.
and Tom Cruise happens to be in it and be hilarious. Same type of thing.
Yeah, where it's just like out of nowhere.
Yeah, see, people agree.
Yeah,
Rock
out of
Ages,
nowhere,
Tom
Rock
Cruise
of
is made
Ages,
for
yeah,
that role.
it's a
Like
thing.
it's so true. Like
Yeah.
he's just not Tom Cruise. Like he is Stacey Jackson.
Yes.
So good.
Huh.
There we are.
So,
Hey,
yeah,
actually, Scientology
Yeah.
counts as cyberpunk.
You know, we could make it
Actually-
work, but
Actually, yeah, okay.
yeah, no, yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. So here's a
no.
game that I like to play with
Yes.
myself, and I have a running list of
Xanthar.
that's so cyberpunk. So things like anytime something happens in the news, like I have this running
Oh, yeah.
running list. So like Tay, that when they created the AI, but then it promptly became a terrible racist.
terrible,
like,
terrible racist.
on Twitter, and they were like, "We gotta shut her down."
Gotta pull the
And
plug.
it's like that's like such a dark like glimpse into humanity's future, like technological
we
future.
create the pinnacle
right?
of human,
I don't
like create
think-
life, and it becomes
And then-
a horrible
I don't
person.
think the world being super racist is something that is futuristic because it's kind
I mean,
of been
no, that's the
forever.
thing.
No, but that's the thing is
that's
you
what
create
cyberpunk
life and then
is,
immediately
is
it
that,
just goes to
like,
shit.
it's
Cease
the
to be
how
racist within a few hours.
the idea that our
Yeah.
technology
Didn't even take a day.
progresses,
Right.
but
Didn't even take a day.
the idea that our
So are you
technology
about to
progresses,
talk
but
to
human
do the
doesn't.
Alexa thing?
so
Is
I
it
have-
the talking Alexas?
No, okay, so there's like
Don't tell her
there's
we're
like
talking about her.
having personal assistants that are digital. That's very cyberpunk. Hackers stole a copy of Pirates of the Caribbean and they ransomed it for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's very cyberpunk. They're like, Disney, we will leak this copy of a movie unless you pay us in Bitcoin. That's very cyberpunk.
Did it work?
I know.
We don't know.
It was
Like
worth
Michael
that.
Eisner
Right,
going
if
to
it's not
like
the
a
no.
postal
It's
service, dropping in a USB drive.
I don't know if you guys.
50,000 Bitcoin.
So I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple of years back, there were some hackers that were taking down the PSN and Xbox networks.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then,
Regularly.
Lizard Squad, I think, and then there was another group of hackers that was going to take them down, and so then they had this like cyber war going on, and then
Sorry, Spikes.
Kim,
Cybering definitely means different things now than it did.
Yeah, that's
back.
very
Yes.
true.
and then this one like
God.
this one magnet, he offered a ransom to them. Like he tried to bribe them out of like
Have it,
putting the
yeah.
servers back up with like cloud storage space.
Ooh.
That is incredibly cyberpunk. Anyway, so I play this game. That's so cyberpunk, and I don't know. Do you guys have things that are cyberpunk?
There's a Twitch channel, and I'm not telling you to go find it now because it's not up. But it's
Sure.
yeah. Don't go find it now because you're here. You're here. You're with us. Where it's just two like Alexas or like Google AIs that just have been talking to each other.
Yeah.
And then they fight and then they make up
I've
and then
seen this, yeah.
one's really shady to the other and then they have then they're sorry about it and then
Yeah.
they're shady again and then it's just hours
It's ongoing.
of them going back and
Yeah.
it's just back and forth. It's just
This, I love this. This is very good.
and I love
Oh my god!
I have stuff. I have stuff. See,
Yes.
I got stuff.
But you put the hair back up.
Your
You gotta
eye
bring the
got
hair back
fucked up.
down.
Mine
So
got
we put
fucked
some
up.
stuff
I
into
like
it.
this. It's very Tempest.
yeah, no.
Very programmed. My eye got fucked up. I joined a band.
You made some life choices.
Mom kicked me out. She said, "You're
Flint,
living in the
Flint just
Winnebago."
needs to reprogram your data.
We
Yeah.
just
Max Headroom.
trigger
You're gonna start
people's
this
Alexa
hierarchy.
by saying, Alexa,
I'm so sorry.
That is so cyberpunk.
That is so
Yeah.
cyberpunk.
Alexa, what is cyberpunk? Tell me if that did anything.
Hey Siri.
Play Critical Role.
Phones everywhere.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, Alexa, how do you want to do
I
this?
could never get to
You can ask Alexa, how do you want to do this?
Yeah. I feel really
Who's
bad.
next in the chair? We have a good idea for you.
We do.
All right.
Yeah.
Good idea.
So some other fun stuff.
You have an idea.
I really like the idea of I know that there's like this natural human desire to like see like small creatures fight, which is usually very negative. But we have tiny robots that we can equip with terrible tiny little weapons.
Yes, let's do it.
And then they fight. We actually have an arena for teeny tiny robots to fight each other.
We actually got
I
people
love
to
Cortana.
respond.
I think she's still the best at this.
Oh my gosh.
So,
You triggered my Siri with that.
oh yay.
Chief is complete.
I really want to be a robot, and this isn't just me. Just like I
Like a robot or a
legitimately.
cyborg?
Well, I want my brain, so like I want
So
to
a
be a
cyborg,
cyborg.
then.
But like
Okay.
legitimately, I want
Oh,
to
yeah, no.
replace
Same.
everything and be a cyborg forever.
Everything, or sort of like transhumanist, like supplementing.
Do you know how much I spend on medical expenses? Like I'm done.
Oh, we're
done.
You are to be fair the best Pridemore that money can buy. We have assembled you from scratch from parts like a PC. You are like I'm a Mac and I'm a PC. You are the PC because you're entirely upgraded parts from Fry's at this point.
Plug
let's
and
be
play
fair.
organs.
If you know Jesse, that's even funnier.
I'd like to upgrade this liver. I have a long night ahead of me.
No, seriously, like the moment that they have good, reliable like arms and stuff, I want a robot arm. Like so bad.
I will take subdermal implants.
Yeah,
the minute that
anything.
they're
I
available.
don't know, because like I have
I'm into
friends.
it.
My friend Zoe has like an implant where it's like a drive, like a writable and rewritable drive. It's not RFID. It's the other one. But it's and then the first thing she did when she got it was she put copies of Deus Ex to give away, and so it's so cool.
So, I have a great antique, by the way. I have a alpha wave brainwave generator from the 1980s.
Okay, what is that?
It is I'm going to show how old this tech is, because this tech is fucking ancient.
Oh my God,
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What is this? What does this do?
This is an alpha brainwave generator. It's designed to basically it's basically a very expensive power nap.
Yeah.
That can occasionally cause seizures.
Which they did not put on the warning label.
Now watch as Taliesin puts it on his face.
So
Stay tuned.
If you're epileptic.
So this is a thing I've
Do we have a
owned.
spoon we can put in his mouth?
I have owned one of these for so long. All right.
Do
let's-
not try this at home.
If you can even find one of these, I will be so impressed.
But don't try it at home anyway.
Don't watch right now.
Here we go.
Yeah, if you are prone to
We're
seizures,
gonna
don't
be into
watch.
Pokemon of Twitch channel.
Bye, kids. Here we go. Oh wow.
Oh my God.
That's
Oh
it.
my God.
What are you doing?
That's
The
it.
Porygon.
The ultimate acid
Pokemon.
trip.
Wait, what is
Oh yeah, they gotta ban it.
What is
It's
this
banned in
fast?
the U.S.
Polygon.
What is?
No, you're right.
Porygon.
You're right.
Taliesin,
Or
what?
Lawnmower Man 2.
What is it supposed to do?
It's doing it right now.
Low budget.
Oh,
Can't you tell?
Is this erotic?
is this a sex?
This is the future. Everything's erotic.
It might. Yeah, it very well could be.
So do you want to try it?
Oh yeah.
I
I've
wanna
always
try
wanted to
it.
try one of
What's
those.
your seizure?
It should be known as like this is the epilepsy detector. It's what
I will definitely try that.
All right.
That could be your next thing.
Here.
Like, you'll be nominated for a documentary because you've discovered somebody on your show
right.
had epilepsy.
Yeah, this will be a fabulous experiment right here. All right.
So,
Until it is.
Now, do you keep your eyes open or closed?
You close your eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely
What about
close
if you're like hardcore? Like I'm gonna do it, man.
You ready?
I'm gonna do it.
Wait, are you supposed to
Because you're
close your
supposed to
eyes?
sleep. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's got a 10-second
Okay.
delay before it starts. I'm just
So
running you
it's-
on the base system. So in 5,
Dropping the base.
4, and keep your eyes closed and just try and relax.
That's not something that I do. Oh God!
That's
Oh my God! It's making sounds. Oh, this is crazy. Oh
like
God!
being in a haunted house.
It's like someone got the last 10 seconds of
Like
Akira on a
somebody's,
loop.
like, drumming on here.
yeah. Yeah.
This is what
Wow,
Snow
that's-
Crash feels like.
It's kind of intense, isn't it?
Look at that.
Can you imagine sitting in there for 30 minutes? It's pretty interesting.
30 minutes.
I have a 30-minute program on this thing, on this professional photosonic stimulation instrument.
Like,
Photosonic
it feels like
Google it. You can't find it.
pressure. Like
Like someone's poking you in the eye with a laser pointer. That is how it was described to me.
yeah. Plus, because
The goggles
the
aren't really
sound,
flashing. We're
too,
just
are
shining
like,
flashlights.
This is is so crazy.
It's really intense, isn't it?
I feel like someone's like drumming on my eyelids and my ears.
Yeah, and your eyes just keep moving left to right by their own volition. You're getting like yeah.
Whoa, now it's going. It changed.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
changed.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa.
This is actually all we're doing for the rest of the show. We're just watching Erica do this.
Maybe like
I'm not mad.
instead of sleeping for my 24-hour stream, I'll do this for like half an hour. Whoa, this is. What is this supposed to work? What, I don't.
See, if you're quiet and you relax,
Yeah,
it's
just
supposed
breathe
to
deep.
help
Okay.
Breathe deep,
feel-
lie
it's
back.
supposed to give your brain
Okay.
a chance. To
Just
recharge.
let it take over.
Try to get your
Famous
head
last
against the sofa, so you don't have to support your own head.
She's just gonna be in the background.
And then we're gonna lose Eric. Oh God! So I will say actually, since you can all see this, I remember at E3 last year, the VR headsets had just started coming out, and like I was literally walking around E3, and there was a girl slumped in the corner with a VR headset and controller, just like using the controller, just like and like drooling out the side of her mouth, and like in the hallway. I'm like,
Is the Cyberpunk.
it's the future I've always wanted to
That's so Cyberpunk. Oh, now it's doing a weird thing.
Ready
This
Player
crazy.
One is coming.
It looks like. Oh my god. It looks like I'm staring at a white wall, and there's like a.
oh yeah,
Whoa, there's
okay,
patterns.
that's happening.
Oh my god.
Is it starting to get gritty?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like.
I think she's playing Wolfenstein now.
Yeah.
It actually manages to play Doom on the inside of your eyelids.
Ooh, this is
so
everything I wanted.
Allison, you were a bad man.
Yeah, I know, and I think I've owned this thing since I was like 12 years old. I've had this thing forever, and it's yeah.
Is it
Erica,
beautiful?
people are telling you to just say
Astonishment
no
of Ishi.
and to take it off.
Addicted.
They want you to turn
Great.
away.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Feels good.
It does feel really good, doesn't
Feels
it?
Real good.
It's just like it's
Townsend.
basically like it's like its own little Pink Floyd album.
Oh man.
Tech drugs.
I like this.
Tech drugs.
Oh my god, the sound changed.
Yep.
It's like, ooh.
Hold on.
Now she's ready to do some deep investments.
Yeah. Now just move your hands like you're typing things. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no, I would never do that.
That's a whole
That would go
topic.
so
Oh
poorly.
my god.
Never
Whoa.
mix tech drugs and real drugs.
Well, this came out. When did this first came out?
70s.
Yeah,
is-
but I was gonna
And
say,
it is very ASMR actually. Thank you,
is
chat.
this one from
That's the thing is I'm
early
very
80s, though?
sensitive to
Okay, yeah.
ASMR,
So
so
was
like
this
So
the
during that
precursor
point-
to the Virtual Boy?
I see rainbows.
I had a virtual boy.
So did I.
Thank you.
I had my cousin's version.
It had like the stand. That you had to,
Yeah, and you had to
Yeah.
like shove your face into it really awkwardly.
It feels like my eyes are open that they're not.
But they're not.
Play tanks.
That's
in
because
3D.
it's opening
It
your
had that new
soul
Mario game, which is why I wanted it.
into your inner eye, Erica.
It's pretty
Mario
cool though,
game.
isn't it?
This is insane. Okay.
Oh yeah. So
I'm coming out.
all right, I'm killing it.
Oh.
There you go.
Welcome back.
Do you
How
feel
long was I under?
Well, we're almost done here. It's been a great show.
3 hours, Erica.
We came back for you.
Ready for robot fighting?
Yeah. Make the robots.
I'm so
is a
intrigued.
robot.
Can I try this?
Of course you
Yes.
can. Yeah, no, this is, and again, like I'm only using. There's about 15
This is
programs.
insane.
I've
That
been
was
looking for the
insane.
instruction manual for this for years, and it's just like I can't even find a mention of this box on the internet. It's so old. I can find nothing.
right,
This
so-
thing is like a ghost box. It has
So
no.
shut
You're
my
gonna have
eyes.
to go in the deep web.
I'm gonna have to go on the deep web.
Dark
Chat
web.
will find it for you.
All right,
Dark
here we go.
web. That's so
Yeah,
cyberpunk.
give them the model number. See if somebody can
Just
find
the
it
words.
magically.
It's the
Dark
Pro
web.
Tutor Professional Photosonic Stimulation Instrument from Microfirm
Oh,
Incorporated.
that's weird.
It's like there's nothing.
I mean, that might be enough.
I've looked. Good
It's
luck.
Like
Hey,
static
The
in
power
a
of chat should
kaleidoscope.
never be underestimated.
I mean, I think
Search
it sounds really
Usenet.
sexy.
Well,
I do want to be a robot.
I know you do.
This was so cyberpunk.
There's a reason you're here. Wow, you are a pro poster
is
for
this
these.
how Decker finds out he's a
poster child.
replicant?
Yeah.
This is how,
Hashtag
now is
spoilers.
when it happens.
Are you a working man in the Neo Tokyo future, and you read,
You get your power nap.
I think the angels are about to attack.
Yeah, no.
Whoa.
Are you jacked in?
Now everyone's voices are starting to warp.
Yeah,
Yep.
right? Insane.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
I really want to try
Your
it.
brain has a
It
very
sounds
hard time
fun.
processing
I know, right?
information
I'm
once
also
it
really
starts
excited
kicking
for
in.
it.
It's part disruption, part focus. It's a
Have you ever
very
played with a
weird
vocal
philosophy.
disruptor? That's so
Yeah.
cyberpunk. I love
What's
vocal
a vocal
disruptors.
disruptor?
I downloaded the instructions
Now
for
it's
this off
moving
the
this
internet
way.
back in the day when it was Bodtown. Bodtown BBS. Ah.
We had the little like crappy ones where it was like it kind of looked like a cheesy microphone, and then you could talk into that and then put your phone up. To
Ours
the other end of it.
ours was a gun. It was a speaker gun.
Oh, kind of like a megaphone.
Yeah, it was a megaphone with
Yeah,
a
yeah.
speaker. So what it did, and
Based
this
on
is,
the look of this, I think we might be a little bit older than other people.
I'm well aware.
I already know I'm older than you.
Well, it's
Not
part.
you.
I was about to say I know no one's older. Well,
Their shape, the shape.
I mean, I'm 22.
you could.
But then it-
I'm irritated
You
that
still go out for
that's
high school,
entirely
yeah,
possible.
If I
yeah.
focus, I can change
19
the
to 26.
direction.
19 to
they move,
26.
which doesn't make any sense.
But the vocal disruptors are really, really cool,
Yeah.
and they were developed as psyops for the military.
Yep.
And it's a gun that you can shoot at people, and it makes and it makes it impossible to talk.
What's the mechanism of action?
Well, it records. It has a laser for distance, so it actually measures distance, and then it has a delay feedback recall of the audio. So whatever you're saying, it's got a unidirectional microphone, records what you're saying, and says your voice back to you at a 0.3. There's a very
Right, there's
specific
like delay.
delay.
Someone said there's one on eBay.
Yep.
Oh, so they do
Goddamn
it so
people.
that you get a phase effect.
You get just enough phase that you can't actually that your ability to speak falls. Like you can keep talking if you try.
That's incredible.
But you
But
have to
it's
like tune out your
hard.
own voice.
That's
Yeah.
The pen
So you'd be speaking like a
is
stadium almost.
Definitely the rest
But
of
it's
the
but it
room
was
is on
designed so that when
Like the
people were
Twitch
giving like
Liar
public
reference.
speeches, they could disrupt people like trying to rouse up crowds. As you go into the crowd, you just start popping
I feel like
and
that
make
would,
people look dumb.
That would
Yeah.
show up in like some sort of cyberpunk story.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like code, like project name Babel or something.
So we would use it.
Babble.
Yeah.
Project
Yeah,
code
and
name
babble gun.
instead of tear
That was
gassing
in an
everyone,
episode
you
of,
just
It's a
babble gun.
or no, a
target
Game of
the-
Cards.
We would use it. We were at a theater. We would use it in the theater when actors were performing, and we just hit the stage mics on the delay, and look, and everyone would fuck up, and we just laugh. It would be great.
Well, actually, so a different Jim Carrey movie, Bruce Almighty, when he
It changed.
messes with
Now I'm protecting myself.
when he messes with Steve Carell's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like everyone is on like a
Yeah.
0.5 second delay.
Are you all right?
You are the Twitch stream.
Are you having fun in
Yeah,
there?
I feel like I'm in the I'm
You-
in the stream.
You are
are
the
the
stream.
This is that episode of South Park when they go into Facebook and it's Tron.
Oh, that's a terrifying.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
That was too real.
Lawnmower
Yes, I
Man.
just got sad.
Lawnmower Man is the VR I always. It's actually I will say this is what Lawnmower Man promised. The Vive is definitely what Lawnmower
Did
Man promised.
anybody
That's weird they don't use that in the commercial.
I know.
Now I'm definitely in a portal.
watch what was it?
You're in a portal.
Existence?
Aperture science.
It's coming
what was it
at
with a
me.
Z? Like, was it Existence with like? Was it Jude Law?
Yeah.
Tech balls.
Where it's like sort of organic technology.
Thank you, hundreds
Was
of
there also
small birds.
you saying AI where Jude Law plays the
No,
prostitute
no,
that has his
no.
own theme music?
Was it no?
Wait, what?
I love.
haven't
I'm just
seen
seeing the image of Chief and his eyes flashing at everything.
Existence,
It's kind
yeah, Existence. It's like really interesting, and they have this like really
Oh.
realistic virtual reality that just like it looks like the real world.
Photosonics.com
And
is
the
a
technology that they have is it's like organic, so it's like fleshy and
Just like
and,
the Gungans.
organs and stuff.
I'm.
The what? I
Whoa.
don't remember. I think I
Tell
watched
me
that
I'm
one.
wrong.
The Gungan.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No.
Yeah, the biogun that shoots teeth.
Strange Days.
Yes.
Strange Days is very
Yes,
cyberpunk.
its existence is like. Oh, it's so interesting. It's such an interesting cyberpunk.
Do you remember who did?
All right.
Did you work on Strange Days? Were you one of the kids on Strange Days?
Pull me
Strange
out,
Days. They
Morpheus.
hired every punk in LA to be in that con. It was all led by Ducky. Ducky the albino was like, and like he does like a big stage dive at the end of.
Yeah,
Ducky the albino was like a big.
fear.
That is.
Are you all right, man?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna pull it in.
That's
I'm gonna pull it in.
crazy, right?
Can I try it?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna reset the system because you don't
Okay.
want to start on full. Hold on.
Oh, does it ramp up? Is that what it does?
Yeah, it does.
It
ramp up. There we go.
Changes like every minute or so.
Yeah.
But
Procedure.
it gives you a sensation of movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start falling down the pit at some point. It's a thing. especially on system. This has all been run on System 1, which is like a nice introductory system to a little bit of everything.
How many levels are there?
I think 15 are currently loaded, although you can load up more. In theory, you're supposed to be able to load up
Crank it
more.
to 11.
It does not, sadly, go to 11. It only goes to 8.
No, you don't understand though, because 11 is one more than 10.
It is one more than this. This does 3 less than 10. It should go to 10, but only goes to 8.
This is so interesting. So
The 8 is not 10. It only goes to 8.
A couple of people have found $200 on alteredstates.net.
Amazing.
Please don't buy one.
I told you, never doubt chat.
Yeah.
If you can, I just want to find a copy of like the instruction manual.
Yeah,
That's
we're
all I
looking for
want is
an
the
easy PDF. If anyone can find that.
I bet you could build one of these for nothing. This is like $10 worth of parts
They're
best.
doing it right now. The same people who do magnets.
Yeah.
What's the word for that again?
The magnetic
yeah.
Those Russian sleep machines. I can never remember.
The sleep machine.
Those
was
insane
in a
Russian
Bond
sleep
movie.
machines that you really shouldn't use because they're bad for you.
Yeah.
Who wanted to take a deep dive? Okay, once you're done painting, I will. Oh wow!
Electric.
Yeah. Don't look yet. Don't look yet.
Wait. While she's finishing, show me
Transcranial magnetic
robots.
stimulation.
Yes.
There we
Let's
go.
have a quick robot battle.
So quick.
Are we only doing 2 robots?
Okay.
No.
What? How do you?
You just stick them on.
You pick some pieces, and you stick the pieces on.
Hello, good night.
PDF acquired. Seriously, chat, y'all.
Oh my God! Really? How did you people do that? You are.
A wild Eric Campbell appeared.
If you guys can get that
so
PDF,
Cyberpunk.
I will be forever grateful.
There's no cookies in this dystopian future.
I'm stuck at Trailer Park tonight. I'm flanneling it up.
Here, wait. I've got an extra pair of glasses right there.
Here.
Oh, yeah.
Here, have
Put
some
this on. There you go.
Cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that hurt.
Okay,
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
you-
yeah.
now he's acceptable.
I did. So yeah, earlier. So like last night I thought
Just safety goggles are supposed to be good.
Last night I thought I was being really clever, and as I was walking out, Max was walking by, and so I snapped a salute as he was walking by, and just jammed my fingers in my eyes.
Did you play it off? What?
He didn't see it because it was in the dark. So I walked out just like, and then everyone's, hey, are you all right? I'm like, my allergies, man. Like, and they're just all over.
So emotional.
It's so weird that you have finger allergies.
I'm allergic to fingers in my eyes. I don't
And now the entire internet knows.
I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
I don't understand.
What do you not
how
understand?
Some of these bits fit together.
There's front bits, side bits, and back bits, and you can add like pick 3. And then there's vibrating bits, and then when you're ready,
There is
you hit
one.
the
There's
switch.
actually one that's a little,
What's your robot's name?
So once it's time,
Crazy anymore.
this is
Oh my God.
Did you hit the button?
Yeah.
That's a lot, isn't it? Stop it! This is.
You bought them.
They were on sale.
This is terrifying.
Okay, what is the name of your robot? Let's do it.
My robot's
You gotta do an
name
announcement for him. You gotta announce it.
All right.
is Scooters. His name is Scooters because he's got little eyes. That's been except they're buzzsaws. There they are. I don't know.
That's his intro. No, do like a wrestler intro.
This is Marvin. He doesn't think he's gonna win. Oh.
Marvin looks like a goldfish over here.
This is long arm because he has one long arm because he's overcompensating.
Bit.
All right.
He's also color coordinated.
Trying to find North.
Trying to find north.
So,
But in the dystopian future, there is no north.
so are you ready?
Only south.
I
So
got
so
2,000 quatloos on.
Oh my God, that is
Sam, count it. Count it. We gotta
so
make sure.
large.
We
Why
gotta
would
make sure.
you need money that large?
That is actually like
Okay, are we ready?
Firefly money.
That's Firefly money.
Nondescript sci-fi money.
Yeah.
All right.
Non-actionable.
Okay.
Have you turned yours on?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
I was really hoping he was gonna dive off the edge because the future is useless, long arm.
Long arm!
Looks like the hippo bacteria guys that look like hippos. Yeah.
Where did the other robots go?
They're just.
I was coming in from the side. Long arm.
Now I
You
understand.
did good, my little
Lost
friend.
the will to
Long
live.
armed and dangerous.
Long armed and dangerous.
Best
Like,
2 out of 3 that says we're really
best 2 out of 3.
I think I need different things on mine. I'm not happy
Where
with
did
the things on
Marvin
mine.
go? Did he
I
commit
won
suicide
3,600
again?
on my 2,000.
Marvin lost a bit.
Oh.
You left a bit?
All right.
Yes?
I'm not happy with the bits on mine. I need different bits.
Yes. I want, yes.
Oh, wait, sorry.
You want eye drugs?
I want these
No, you didn't. You're fine.
experiences
Here you go.
on my face.
You want the robot battle on your face?
I am upgrading. I have taken a piece of an opponent and absorbed it.
Oh, I have a
Do I need to
drill.
get my pencils if we're gonna start assimilating?
Oh, I've got a spinning drill.
Maybe.
Unification.
500 euro bucks. The topic tonight is
Well, let's put
Cyberpunk,
up
and
some
no, we have
credits.
not talked about Ready Player One. For reasons.
For
Yeah,
reasons.
let's not.
Lots of reasons.
Yeah, for reasons.
Let's go with no spoilers.
So I will say that I can understand why a book about where it's set in a world where pop culture knowledge is currency.
Yes.
Both literal and social currency. And like so suddenly if you know everything about like 80s pop culture, then you're
I get it. I
and
get
I
it.
get why that would like really connect with a lot of people who grew up like being ridiculed for that.
I'm gonna see the movie because the movie looks interesting, but I will admit I was not the biggest fan of the book. It didn't do it for me.
you're not a
I
fan
know
of the
plenty of people that
writer.
did. Yeah, there's that too. But yeah, I did not. Yeah, the book
I
didn't
actually
do it
don't
for
know
me.
about
It's because it's written in first person. Is
Yes.
that one of the reasons? For
No, it was like what was it about it that it didn't really connect with me? It was that I guess that I'm such a big fan. I'm a cultural splunker. I'm really into. Yeah, you heard that. We got weird.
I think I
So I
played
don't
that. I
don't
played
tell us
that
we have-
NES game.
You have played
We
cultural
have
splunker with
goggles,
me before.
so splunk away.
I'm a big fan of like delving deep into the culture of 20 years ago and finding 6 things no one's ever heard of.
Yeah.
I will listen to 100 really shitty songs to find 2 good songs.
That's so much better.
I love being that guy, and I love delving into a secondhand shop and finding the 3 pieces of like really fucking cool clothing.
Yeah.
Like that is my fucking gold, is like going in and finding the perfect mix of the best of 10 years ago with the best of 10 days from now. Like fucking boom.
One man's 80s throw-offs or
So-
another man's cultural identity.
So and that whole book for me was just somebody like skimming the top surface, and it was so top
it was
surface.
the greatest hits.
And it was somebody
I do
just
not
sort of doing.
begrudge that. Like,
Yeah,
if
no.
that's what you're into, that is cool. But I felt like it relied so much on just like that's also a thing that I like.
Yeah, it was very much. It was, and like I'm like, you didn't reference. You didn't go anywhere that surprised me. Like
Yeah,
it never surprised
I
me.
mean, I do love the idea, and like when I was younger, I would have loved the idea of a world where just anything's free game like that. Like
Yeah.
the idea of the Oasis.
And like, but
where,
like I don't need a.
But I think
I don't
think-
need a
I don't
gamified
know,
Rocky Horror Picture Show, which was basically like what like a third of the book was a gamified Rocky Horror Picture Show.
But at the same time, we don't necessarily want to also live on top of VW buses. And shipping
No, I mean
containers.
actually, weirdly, that was the part I kind of dug. Was
That's so
the
Cyberpunk.
That felt really
Yeah, the
dystopian
post-apocalyptic
future.
future.
Let's go!
Oh wait, ready? Oh wait. Here we go.
I mean, my,
Easy, easy, my stallion.
300 on
Easy.
Erica.
Ready?
Tell us that you're under attack.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
Steady does the.
That's
does
like
it.
the cliff. They've all choose to die.
Alarm, you
The problem
monsters.
is that like if you go too far, what ends up happening is they just go off on their own. They
Yeah.
just commit.
You can
robot
only you
suicide.
can raise them only so much before they have to strike out on their own and win
This is-
big money. This
Marvin
is
is too
beautiful.
late.
Isn't it pretty?
This is very.
I have not known. I've owned that for so long and have had no idea what to do with it other than just stare at it, going, "Well, this is gorgeous." I just don't know what.
Use it to bet on miniature.
I
robot
was
fighting.
like, I bet we could bring it tonight and bet
well,
on
all
tiny
money is
robots.
fake, so this could be the next Bitcoin.
There we are.
Oh. All right.
500
Money is a
sundry
social
coins on
contract.
Erica.
We used to have Sundry Bucks on this channel.
We did.
Actually, somebody who remembers the time from Sundry Bucks and is here to talk to us about the way of the future, Cyberpunk, is Brian Green of Lore Master.
Have we revealed this yet?
We have it.
I'll find out from Tal.
Oh wait.
Where do you want me?
Whatever.
Right here.
Brian, don't ask me
Also
that
shake
question.
hands with
Okay.
my robot.
Ooh, it's vibrating.
Okay, wait, we gotta do the reveal
Only
on
the
Josh.
best for you, my friend.
Josh, what did we get? Ooh.
Oh yeah, this
Wait,
is
wait,
great.
wait.
This is great.
Okay.
Yes.
We gotta get a
Gina,
close up.
There we are.
There it
There we
is.
go.
Other Josh, which is what I'm calling you now, I'm sorry, and Gina came up with quite the plan for my makeup. So now, have
Kansas
eight
genius.
eyes.
Oh my
What
god.
is the six-eyed Babylonian god? It's killing me.
Oh god, I'm just gonna look it up because I won't remember.
It's so
off the top of my head
cyberpunk,
right
and
now.
it's killing me. Gilgamesh?
I like how his synth
Perfect.
eyes have
No.
sunglasses.
No.
Also, Gilgamesh isn't.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember what it is though. Well, it's like it was the Babylon.
Six-eyed Babylonian god.
Yeah.
So cyberpunk.
Oh man.
Just landed.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. There's
Mystery.
two because that's right. There is one of water and mischief, but then there's also the solar deity.
Solar deity.
So
is
which
what
one?
it
I'm
is.
gonna
Okay,
say
so
make
top
sure
one.
you're
Yeah.
Oh,
seated.
Yeah, that's what we were
Smash.
talking
Shema,
about.
yeah, Shema.
Or
Oh yes.
Smash.
See, that's a good cyber
That is
name.
definitely how it's pronounced.
That's
All right, when you're ready.
Like that.
Oh, please. Get no. This is perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Come sit with
I am. I'm gonna.
Hi,
I'm gonna-
Ryan.
I
Hi,
feel like I need
Ryan.
a hand to hold.
I know it's gonna be
This
fine.
is
I'm
also
gonna take
gonna
you
be
through
tricky
it.
as well.
Just put
Wait,
Gina in the
All right.
corner,
Hand me
and while we listen to
Oh wait, no one puts Gina in the corner.
Here to make you.
Oh no.
except when it's effective for broadcast.
It's gonna be fine.
So you can light up a little. So
Yeah.
You can continue to light
Oh,
up.
thank
Can
you.
I
I
actually
walk
hold
into a
someone's
room
hand
with
just in
Yeah,
case?
no, I got it.
All right, let's listen to
Absorbs.
Towson and Gina.
I feel like I'm in therapy.
Yes.
Tell me about your dream.
Just
I got you.
try and relax. Starting up in 8,
Do you dream?
7.
Okay, close my
Close
eyes.
your eyes.
Okay.
Relax.
Count to 10.
You're walking in the desert. You see a turtle on its back.
It looks at you.
That part comes later. Right?
Oh, it's working.
Whoa.
I love that you're holding her
deeper.
hand just to help her out.
Huh?
Breathe,
Okay,
breathe
I'm
slowly.
gonna just
Yeah.
gonna
You okay.
I'm gonna
There you go.
Chad
I'm
has
gonna
recommended.
settle into this.
And now,
Are you ready
A
to
moment
download
with
some
Ryan.
knowledge?
Whoa,
All
you
right,
guys
great.
talking is insane.
you're
What's
in the
new?
stream.
You're now gonna listen to Ryan as he tells you about the history
Please do.
of cyberpunk.
All right, so I took some notes because, quite frankly, I've been downloading this all day, and that's a lot of knowledge. Cyberpunk. To
You mean
begin-
like on your, like downloading it? Are you a robot?
To his brain.
What? No.
You
Kinetic
can't just
memory.
ask someone if
Okay.
they're a
Yeah,
robot,
it's-
Erica.
it's
I'm sorry, that
contact
was
I'll
weird.
put,
information.
I'll put
We
him
all have
through a
this, don't
I'll
we?
put him through a test. You know,
Oh,
the
okay.
specific one.
Okay.
I mean, you guys know about inductive learning. No? Okay, great. We'll get into that. So cyberpunk, as a general statement, whenever you're getting into it, is a dystopian society, or a society that is on the clutches of dystopia, that is generally has a overarching company or organization that fills in for a government faction, could even be the government itself, surrounded by a world of technology, and most of the stories share a low-life protagonist in a high-tech world. So you have Decker, who's the low-life protagonist in the sense that maybe they reject technology or they're concerned by it. You might also have in Hackers, you have these kids that come together and that have been rejected by society, so they kind of created their own unit.
They have great boobs.
Touche.
Oh my god, it changed
Indubitably.
again.
So, so those are a few examples. But the origin of cyberpunk itself, the history of it, what's interesting is a lot of people would say, do androids dream of electric sheep? Which would be Blade Runner. Now, Blade Runner, the movie, is cyberpunk in terms of it fulfilling the genre. Whether or not they were trying to attempt to go cyberpunk is different. So, but it does fulfill the genre niche of what cyberpunk actually is. But it was a proto to cyberpunk. Cyberpunk did not exist whenever Do Androids Dream of Electric
I
Sheep.
think at the time they referred to it as neo-noir.
Neo-noir is exactly what it was, but it wasn't cyberpunk. That the vernacular or the syntax for cyberpunk did not exist at the time. So in 1984, you have Neuromancer. And Neuromancer is one of the godfathers to cyberpunk. Neuromancer by William Gibson is a story about a hacker who is offered a job from a mysterious patron, stranger, someone or something, turns out to be a big, corporatized organization, to try and pull off the ultimate hack in a digital space known as the Matrix. Which we all know where the Matrix now pulled that from, but the Matrix is great, and we'll get into that. Is actually an amalgamation of different cyberpunk ideas and the neo-noir ideas that have existed throughout the years. Coming out in 1986 is a really cool compilation book known as Mirror Shades. Mirror Shades is multiple authors that come together, and it is short stories, a compilation of short stories and cyberpunk short stories that all share that same theme of this dystopian future, high-tech society, low-life hero or protagonist of some sort. And I'm going to use the word protagonist, not hero here, because quite frankly,
Although in the case of Snow Crash, it's both.
it is hero, yes.
Hero.
And so you have hero and you have
No, wait. His name is. Wait, isn't his name
Hero
Protagonist?
hero protagonist.
Yeah.
And then you also have YT,
Yeah.
which stands for
God.
white.
No,
That-
no.
okay.
There is a time in the book where somebody hears that and they're like Whitey, and she's like, no, it's YT.
YT, and which stands for yours truly.
Yours truly.
So you have yours truly. Now, the interesting thing, if you just read the synopsis for Snow Crash, at first it doesn't quite sound too cyberpunk. You have Hero, who is a pizza delivery boy for the mob, and you have YT, who is a skateboard courier.
Right.
That's
Package delivery.
Yeah, but whenever I apologize, whenever you have Hero who fails on delivering the pizza on time, then YT takes over and ends up delivering the package. The two of them then form a partnership with one another, along with the mob itself, of which they end up coming across a conspiracy or thing that's known as Snow Crash. And this is where it gets cyberpunk. This is
But the thing is that you have to look at the context of like what it is, because he's delivering the pizza in like a car that's like super crazy and like times everything down to the second, and then she's like a courier on this skateboard that has like goo. It's like
the technology
goo.
is
It's the
interesting.
technology. It's the technology that's cyberpunk, and also the fact that there is like the overarching like corporations.
So whenever you start
fits
looking
that
at
as
the
well.
world building aspects of it, that's whenever it becomes cyberpunk. But if you're looking at the sheer just story of it being this, to deliver. You okay there?
I'm great.
Oh my god!
She's gone farther than anyone. I don't think anyone's gone this long.
No one's gone this deep.
Deepest level. Is he saying she gonna be able to get out of there, Tellison?
Is this like Dune when you have to put your hand in the thing?
Or Roman Holiday.
Fear is
Tell
the
me I'm
mind
wrong.
killer. Fear
Tell me
is the
I'm wrong.
little death that brings
Like Audrey
total
Hepburn.
oblivion.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Audrey Hepburn.
Oh,
Sorry, Ryan, you were saying.
No.
There's
So,
a visual square in
Yep.
front of me.
Yep.
But your eyes are closed and there's no square.
It looks like you're looking at like a wall, but your eyes are closed,
No
right?
squares here.
It's like
Maybe
my
it's
head
yeah.
is submerged in water and I'm blowing bubbles in front of my face. That's what it feels like. Or looks like.
Oh my god. That's terrifying!
Boomerang of 2018.
No, it's
Oh my god, there's a boomerang right now where she's like, looks like she's glitching out. Oh my god.
You won't let her glitch
Yeah.
out. You're okay.
So-
You're not glitching.
Costs about 1,000
They didn't
credits
want
a
to send her
liter.
to the games. They sent her to D-Res.
There you go. It's on me. pay the man.
Give
I
difference.
wish I could move one of those light toys that you spin and like a person is like running
So,
over and over.
to
Snow
digress
Crash,
a bit,
it becomes
1986 Mirror Shades. Some of the short stories that are in there, the Gernsback Continuum, which is just a intriguing name at the very least. Snake Eyes, and which I just love the fact that there's a cyberpunk story out there called Snake Eyes, because that can mean anything. And then finally you have Mozart in Mirror Shades, which leads into the title of the book itself, which would be Mirror Shades. But the fact that Mozart in Mirror Shades. Now I haven't had time to read through these, or rather the entire Mirror Shades short story compilation,
I
but
think it's time to pay
I was
Sam.
like, sure, origin of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then you go into the Snow Crash itself, which, and this has come up several times where I'm like, but I want to talk. You guys have mentioned like Sumerian and the Tower of Babel.
So,
Has come
like,
up.
okay, so here's the thing
Sumerian?
about
Yes.
Snow Crash is that half of it is just
Go
like about the memetics of religion.
Yes.
Like, the memetics of religion and specifically ancient Sumerian culture.
Yes, yes.
So it's like, and that's the thing. It's I love Snow Crash. I love the world so much, but I feel like it could have been 2 separate books because I really like mythology and ancient civilizations, and I like cyberpunk, and they're very 2 separate things. They are not very elegantly smushed together. Plus, you never find out like what happens to the bomb inside of like the villain at the end. Anyway,
So there's some problems
Yeah.
and there's some maybe
pacing
continuity
issues.
errors.
Pacing
Yes.
issues.
But so speaking of it being Sumerian, the firmware download language is Sumerian. The like digital gods that exist in there, and the gods that are inspired by are all Sumerian as well. Snow
I feel like
Crash.
if I did it, I'd just get addicted to it.
Well, so that's the thing is that it's both a digital and a physical narcotic. Snow Crash.
But it like kind of like glitches you out though. Like
Yes.
that's like if you take it once and that's it. It'll
Like
like
acid,
wipe
it's
you
always in
out.
your system.
But what if you're immune to opiates? Does that give you like a
Oh,
slight
hell.
advantage?
Are you immune to opiates?
I mean-
Well, you're a superhero.
That sucks.
Yeah, man.
Four things.
3, 2.
But a lot of
man is
the
Quick, start asking him questions.
Jacked in. Don't ask what it's called. It takes it off.
Where are they keeping her?
Dentooine! They're on Dentooine!
Dantooine. We're on Dantooine.
You know, that was the most clever name ever, right? Come on.
So yeah, those really are the 3 origin stories that exist for the cyberpunk world as the vernacular for cyberpunk was being established. Now that being said, it is influenced pop culture, has influenced modern culture. I mean, look at how Brian's dressed for a second. That was actual. This was actual fashion. This was done after hackers.
Do we really want to use the term fashion?
Hold on.
Fair question.
Look how many pockets I have.
Most of this
say it
was
was
available at Hot Topic at one
As
point.
a seamstress, I think I want to question this being called fashion.
You know, and I had assumed there would be points of contingency. I was like, oh no, you're gonna be here. You're gonna sit there and interrogate me on once I get into the fashion of cyberpunk shit.
I am literally wearing
But
sweatpants.
so it was a look, a style,
Oh, yeah.
a choice that people made, and they willingly
Bad
purchased this
choice.
clothing. And I specifically asked where his bondage straps were.
They're at home.
They're at home.
They're tied to the bed. Duh.
Yeah, where they should be, under the mattress. So this was the thing that happened, but this happened after hackers in 1992. I think it was 92, and prior to the Matrix coming out. That's what this fashion looked like. And so
Did Hackers come out in 1992?
it may have. I think it was around that time, but
To the Google.
to the Google. You guys got me on this one.
96, I want to say.
I mean, it's like when you're like, oh, Voltron, people go, the Netflix show. No,
It was when IMAX came
95.
95. Okay.
I was 3.
You made me feel really old.
I was 10.
Sorry.
I mean, I had just been born.
Yeah, I feel like so we were trying to like categorize everybody on stream into like their different genres of cyberpunk fashion.
So I'm gonna skip films and impact on society here, and let's go straight into fashion and archetype, because that's gonna be fun. So everyone fits into. Now there might be more
I
archetypes
see
here,
Tron on this list.
because Tron fits into these. Yeah. Oh hell, does it though? No. So this is what I want you to do. I want you, if I don't have something on this list, then I want you to come up with an archetype and explain how it fits in there and why it should deserve to be there. So you have. I'm gonna go starting here. We have gangster.
Okay.
So cyberpunk gangster, Taliesin.
I was gonna say lumberjack, but
Sure, but if we were to look at Batman Beyond, he
I'm a
could
villain.
be in the Joker gang. Easily
God,
into the Joker.
I love Batman Beyond.
Right?
So that's another Batman Beyond is also cyberpunk.
Extremely.
Oh my god, that jumped up at the top of the list for me.
they had the best like
So
opening
good.
to an animated series.
Shui! Oh my god, that was it. I was like like, man, I used to use some sort of cyberpunk phrase to mean cool
Shway.
all the time.
Shway.
Shway! Guys, let's bring it back.
Don't bring it back.
Shway.
Don't bring it back.
Yes. Oh my God.
Sometimes
it's
dead is
happening.
better.
It's happening.
Sometimes dead is better.
So we have the gangster. I mean, and so with gangster, what you're going to get is you're going to get a lot of interesting geometric patterns that don't fall into circles and lines. So if you look at the thighs specifically, we are getting a spherical shape that's integrated in there, along with some bent ones as well that give us just a little bit. Now you're you're allowed to argue with me.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's like the most basic quilting pattern that comes with
Oh,
a
sure.
sewing machine.
Oh, sure. But as opposed to my the one that I put as what is it? Born Beautiful Yesterday, I think is what it is, or Born Beautiful Today. It's a trope that's used.
Lulu.
Oh no,
Lulu.
Born Sexy
Born
yesterday.
Sexy yesterday.
Born Sexy. That's what it is.
Wonder
Born Sexy
Woman.
Yesterday.
Made of
Yeah.
marble.
I love the attitude in this.
I don't
This
think
is great.
I
We've never had the two in a room before.
No, so a friend of mine, somebody was already like Ryan versus Jesse, but a friend of mine made a post where she's like, "You ever watching something and then it's painfully obvious it was written by a man?" And my only comment was Wonder Woman.
She doesn't fall into that subcategory though, because
She does,
like
though.
there are things like she doesn't understand like a lot of the other like the things from our
It's
world.
just a
but
repackaging of that trope, though.
It's not though, because like he's like, oh, but what about like marriage and sex? And she's like, oh, honey, I know a lot more about that than you do, and like she's completely capable. Anyway, I digress. Cyberpunk.
No, this is fine. So a great example of what I felt was the Born Sexy Yesterday. If you guys have seen Outlaw Star.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
I could keep going. I'm sorry.
So, but Outlaw Star. The main one of the main female leads in that, whose name I can't remember.
The one
off
who
top of my
comes in
head.
the box.
The one who
with
comes
the
in the
cat
box.
ears.
Melfina.
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 Thank you.
Who like River Tam is totally based
So
on.
I actually
No,
fit
not River
into
Tam.
tiny,
River-
like flat screen TV boxes, and we made a joke about that back when I used to do like a lot of stuff for anime companies.
Alter the frequency.
Except I was
Did
the
they try to
American
carry you in a
version, and
trunk?
I was in clothes.
Oh, well. There you go.
Yeah, you could close it and lock it and like carry it off, and with me
That's
in it.
hilarious.
I look big. I'm very tiny.
And then
Lady.
you just need to get like a kind of a poofy
Yeah, I
80s
just
wig.
need the.
Okay, it is River Tam. River Tam is totally based on Melfina.
Oh wow!
Very
Yeah, I was about to say we just hit. What was
Showing up in a box and being Born Sexy Yesterday.
Born Sexy Yesterday.
what was the anime that was the exact same? Outlaw Star. Was it Outlaw Star?
That's what I was
Thank
saying.
you,
We were
yeah.
just talking about
I'm
it.
sorry. I was reprogramming the.
Singing
you're
the
fine.
opening.
And to a certain extent, Cowboy Bebop.
I cut the trailer for Outlaw Star. So I, had to watch
I
that
can see
scene
where you're
over and
getting
over
Cowboy
again.
Bebop and Faye Valentine.
Huh?
Post comatose.
For
Born Sexy Yesterday.
no,
Oh,
I'm talking
okay.
about like being an influence on.
Oh,
Firefly.
okay. I thought you were
No,
talking
yeah,
about the trope.
No,
Got it.
Faye
Okay,
Valentine
so the
is
thing
not
that you
Born
have to
Sexy
understand
Yesterday.
about Faye, though, is Faye's like 16. Like, Faye is still a child.
Is that true? God, it's been so long. Is that
She
true?
was frozen when she was a teenager.
Oh,
True.
oh shit.
Which leads into spoilers, but
Mm,
it
mm.
leads into them. Okay.
I've cosplayed
So-
Ed, by the way.
You could do it great.
Yeah.
She did. It was great.
Yeah, but I didn't see that, so I'm just gonna say it as if you would do a great Ed. So you have the gangster, and that's one of them. This is a form of hacker that does exist. Brian is one of the hackers. Erica is another hacker, but what's interesting is she falls into gangster hacker.
I see that.
Now, I'm curious, Jesse, of the categories that I have here, which one do you think you fall into? Now, I'm gonna say my opinion.
I was really lazy, and this is the only thing I had in my closet.
So,
Oh, well, I know what's in your closet.
I know. Jesse texted
Not me.
I've been in your closet.
Jesse texted and was like, I have no cyberpunk stuff. And I was
Okay,
like,
okay,
what are
okay,
you talking
okay, okay.
about? Oh god.
Tactician.
tactician. So,
I feel like I'm like classy cyberpunk.
Yeah, so this is like the flight suit. This is like
Yeah.
a classy version of like the flight suit.
Literally,
By the
I
way,
was
this
with
is,
you when you bought a
Kaylee-
flight suit.
Kaylee-
We
Nicki
bought a flight
Minaj
suit
came
together.
Right. So like Kaylee from Firefly.
We literally bought a
So-
flight suit together.
you fall
It's like
into-
we bought a zoo, but a flight suit.
We went shopping and bought a flight suit. I know you own one.
we can mix and match here. To me, you are civilian noble.
No, I get the note. Yeah, so
civilian noble is what it is. Now to go over them, I have noble, politician, independent entity, gangster.
Why? How is noble different than politician?
A noble is different from politician. Politician has some type of influence with the corporation. A noble may have just inherited a ton of money from their family, maybe working with the corporation, selling technology, investing in drugs, doing something else. A noble actually has.
Okay.
So a noble is different from a politician for that very reason.
Okay.
So you would be the daughter or possibly.
All right.
And I'm going with
Does this
civilian
mean that
here.
I'm the girl that runs away with the bad boy and?
Yes, but
or bad girl, or android, or cyborg.
Maybe you like married up or something.
You're the ones who are going on the hunting retreat in Galaxy Express 999.
It's
39.
Well, I think you run away with the bad boy character, and then find out that they're actually just a big chicken who's fronting, and you're like, oh my god, you're so lame, and then you actually go.
You are the true badass. Yeah, you are the true badass.
Yeah, you're the true badass.
With the Casio SK1. Boom.
So independent entity, gangster.
Oh, are you out?
Born beautiful yesterday. Also
I
consort.
feel like that's a less of a fashion choice and more of a character.
Well, no. So the reason why I'm putting that in there is because it also falls in consort. But if they are not a consort, then odds are they are either the lead character or supporting character, and they're usually almost always a Born Beautiful Yesterday character. What is her name? Cora from.
I already
Tron?
said Cora.
From Tron.
Yeah. Cora.
False. Then you have hacker, tactician, and civilian. Now, tactician would be Major Kusanagi.
Ow! Damn. That's a burn on me.
Yikes.
Something that was said, I assume.
Oh yeah.
So the tactician would be Major Kusanagi. So in the sense that
so military
military
style.
police, they have a
headphones.
different tactical vibe to them. That is and in terms of, I'm talking about the fashion, not the character here.
Okay.
Yeah, she wears a tactical
I
fashion.
mean.
If you're not counting the opening sequence.
Sometimes- No, it also just depends. Like in the game, she doesn't wear that outfit at all, and in the original series, she doesn't wear that outfit at all. And in,
I feel
it
like
just
the
depends on the version
iconic
of
like
her.
the jacket and the jacket
With
with
the
buttons
thong!
and everything.
No. And I will argue to hell for this. No. If you've been into Ghost in the Shell for like since the original movie and the original video game, her iconic outfit is the white bodice thong with the black thigh-high boots and the black jacket. Like that's her iconic outfit with the visor.
I would say it's the one with the jacket, like the red jacket.
I always think of the jacket.
Red
first.
jacket. Red jacket's new stuff.
No, red jacket. Mine with the lavender jacket. Or
the-
lavender.
yeah.
More of a puce. Is it lavender? Is it a
Puce?
Not puce. It's
There's nothing puce about Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk could be puce.
Or what is it? Not the there's like the crop jacket.
Yeah.
That's not red.
I'm colorblind, so I'm not.
No,
judging.
it's
I'm way out of this.
I was actually Ryan. You want to weigh in on this one?
Lady Danger did a cosplay of it, and she had a side by side with from the anime.
That was all I needed
And it
right
was
there.
it was this lavender color. I'll pull it up right now.
Yeah, no, I don't.
So
I think
Cyberpunk, I'm
red,
gonna Google
I'm thinking of
You thinking of
Electra,
Kira?
Electra in Cowboy Bebop with the red crop
Yeah.
jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been so long.
But Major also has the same.
But she
it's
has
the same
but
jacket,
it's the
just
same.
different
But
color.
it's
Oh
the
no,
same
this is
jacket.
Jesse normal
You're
range.
right.
Anyway,
You're right.
but yeah.
Stargazer agrees with you. So,
Yeah.
Absolutely. So there are people who agree. So it's a toss up there, I'd say, right?
Sure.
But I
It's
mean,
to each
she's
their own.
also-
You're not
so-
necessarily wrong for what
But
you
I
would
mean-
do.
Okay, so
You know.
I'll give another character whose name, again, I can't remember because I've tried to cram this all in my head, but the female lead in Appleseed.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. God damn it.
She's like definition of cyberpunk.
Yeah.
That was the
And- but
first.
she's the
That was the
tactical
first one I
cyberpunk.
ever showed
Yeah,
my
she's
sister.
definitely
Yeah.
her.
So-
Like I would
okay,
consider
Okay,
tactical cyberpunk.
can we also bring Dominion Tank Police into this just for a
Yes.
second?
Oh my
Can
god.
I just bring Dominion Tank Police back into this?
That was my first anime.
That was oh my god.
Whatever the anime episode you guys were talking, I'm back there going Dominion Tank Police.
I don't know that.
With the cat
one.
strippers? Oh my
What is
god.
this?
If you have not experienced cat strippers.
No.
Armitage, oh man.
I love Armitage of Cosplay
Armitage.
Armitage. It's one of my favorite series. I love Armitage of Thirds.
Yep. Appleseed.
Appleseed,
Yep. Dominion. Yeah, Dominion
Yeah,
Tank Police
Dominion
is.
Tank Police.
I wonder if it still is. I mean, like that was a weird show, man.
Oh, it was so bonkers. It was so out there.
Yeah.
But okay, so Major Kusanagi.
Yeah, I
has,
think of
to
the
be fair,
the black jacket with
Kusanagi has many different looks that she appears. Now there's like her iconic look that's more of her city look, her civilian look, and then she also has a tactical.
There's a frequency change.
Yeah, I mean, but like
it's the
her,
black crop.
I feel like the tactical look is more like newer stuff though. Like she has the one like purple, gray, and black bodysuit that she wore in a few art albums, and then when Standalone Complex came out. But you have to understand, there's a huge gap between the first movie, even the second movie, and Standalone Complex.
Yes.
So it really just depends on when you got
and that's
into Ghost in the Shell.
And that is Cyberpunk in a nutshell in terms of the fashion has changed depending on when you got into Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk at one
Also,
point.
that guy just really likes drawing porn.
Porn is well. I mean, who
that's what he
doesn't-
does when
who
he's
doesn't
not
like
working
drawing?
on Ghost in the Shell. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, that's what he
the
does when
internet's
he's
used
not
for.
working on Ghost in the Shell.
So-
that's what he's doing.
Cyberpunk used to have a fashion that was very bright, a lot of bright colors, not just the Neo Tokyo style, but it was very bright. Everything about it. You had, these. Where are you? There you go.
Yeah.
These glasses
You're
here.
wearing them too.
Akira. I forgot to bring up Akira.
I don't think that's Cyberpunk.
Is it Cyberpunk?
No, it has
It's
Cyberpunk
totally
influences.
Cyberpunk.
Influence I would agree with. I don't know if it's necessarily cyberpunk.
I wouldn't consider it
It's like
cyberpunk.
I would like it's but like
It has a lot of cyberpunk
Can we do an anime
elements.
episode just so I can talk about all these
We
animes?
already did.
we did an anime
did.
We did
episode.
an anime episode.
Didn't invite me.
Wait, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say. I thought we did. No, but we invited you to
Actually,
the
we
other.
might
There
have
was another.
invited
There
you,
was
no.
another one that we invited
Not
you
the
to.
Alice in Wonderland. It wasn't the goth one.
No, the Alice in Wonderland one was a whole different vibe.
The one where you dressed up as Anita.
No, that was Halloween.
Yeah.
Battle Angel.
That was the Halloween.
That was Halloween
We
one.
did.
But
You were there.
You weren't able to
I
make
wasn't,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she couldn't make it.
I couldn't get my nose spaced, but I mean, in the end,
It would have been fine if
after
you would have
the
been on a sugar
backlash
high.
from
Yeah.
the costume.
So let's try and break down everything here. Noble fashion. What exactly would that mean? So not politician, but noble.
So one thing I read an interview about the wardrobe for Altered Carbon, and they talked a lot about how for the Cloud people, their fashion was all like lighter colors and like flowing and robes and like really impractical stuff, and like they didn't have to deal with like bad weather,
Natural
and
fibers
just,
and stuff because
yeah,
they could afford
natural
real...
fibers because they could afford real stuff, and just generally like non-functional outfits.
Jesse
Non-functional.
takes me to the
asymmetrical.
best food, guys.
Interesting.
Wait,
So-
Phil Lamar's in the chat?
Oh yeah, Phil!
Oh!
Hey, Phil! How's
I
it
just did his new headshots.
going? Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks
That looked good.
amazing.
I love you, Phil. Hi.
Hello.
Jesse is usually about the good Southern food.
So you have noble is non-functional, asymmetrical, mesh in weird places possibly. You also have a lot of the bright colors, so you'll have whites, yellows, blues associated with it, along with maybe you'll have chromatic accents that will fall in there. By chromatic, I mean chrome, not colorful. But yeah, chrome accents that will go in there as well, and tend to be very grandiose jewelry. For the politician, you're looking at a lot of multi-layering, and again, argue with me on this. You're looking at a lot of the multi-layering, so you might have a leather exterior, and then underneath that would be like a fabric gray, so like a white jacket, and then with a section of it cut out, and then there's like a gray fabric that's sewn underneath it. To have that exposed.
I wish I had a picture of it. There's this amazing. There's a. Actually, it's something I wanted to like talk to you about at some point. There was the Star Wars comic books.
Right, you were talking about that.
There's a
Luke
Luke
Skywalker's-
Skywalker has a black
Yeah.
tie formal outfit in the Star Wars comic book, and I wanted to show it to you to see if you could like. It's like, can you make this? It is the most cyberpunk. It's the most cyberpunk black tie, like what I think of as like what you would say like.
Cyberpunk
like,
black
get
tie,
up to a
yeah.
podium and give a speech. It's so nice. I'll find this and show it
So
to you.
I have to say though, you're talking about this here. There actually is a movie with that perfect example.
Really?
The Divergent series.
Oh shit!
I
Like, I'm actually really sad because they'll never make the last movie, and I really enjoyed the Divergent
I thought
series.
they made another one.
They made 3, but they broke the last book into 2 movies, so they're not making the last one.
Why? Why would they do? Why would
It didn't
They
make
Harry
a lot of
Pottered
money.
it.
they Harry Potter it, but it wasn't successful enough to have Harry Potter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they needed to go full Harry
But
Potter.
they were
and then a
movies that
three-quarter
they
Harry
filmed back
Potter.
to back, so they didn't know until they had.
Cyberpodium.
But
Bland
I
style.
love Divergent. I love the Divergent series. I thought it was really great, and like the like higher up, I'm gonna use a Battle Angel Alita term here. Typharian people are like very like that's their style.
So,
yeah, there's always like some sort of cloud
Filthy
people in
Typharians.
Cyberpunk.
Filthy Typharian.
I guess also.
Would kill
wait, somebody said there was a last
just look at
Divergent
his
movie, but it went
performance.
straight to
Couldn't
TV.
even possibly.
What?
Was it the same cast by chance? Because I know the main girl wanted to back out.
Oh man, it
I'll
might
wait
pop
for
up. It'll
I'll
pop
wait
through.
for that answer.
Oh, video games. Cyberpunk video games. We didn't even.
Metroid.
Well, I was about to
Yeah.
say
That-
at
Deus
some
Ex.
point it's
Metroid, Deus Ex, Shadowrun falls
Shadowrun
in
for
there,
sure.
along with the RPG series as well.
Fear Effect
good.
on PlayStation 1.
I want to go on the Vive at that
Ooh,
point. That's the thing that's gonna happen.
taking it
So
back.
now,
Now we have about a half hour.
I want to hit
we-
the Vive personally.
Okay,
we have
yeah,
to?
let's do it.
I want, especially people who have never Vived
People did The
before.
Witcher are going
The
to do it,
beautiful
right?
Sam is finished.
Also, thank you.
Cyberpunk
Wait, okay.
2077?
Wait, everybody. Okay, so thank
Oh, nice.
Yeah!
Yes.
Damn.
Fellow circuit
there we are.
breaker. I see you.
I'm out of the
circuits
track.
and I made you more
Again
shot.
already.
Wait, I love it.
How you
I love
feeling?
it. Oh, good. This is so good.
Isn't that thing crazy?
Very
Wait,
good.
you didn't put it on your other eyes, though.
Makeup is my favorite.
This is why
Yes.
I own this.
Also,
for like
yes,
15
definitely.
Yeah.
Mirror's Edge, definitely.
Yeah.
Mirror's
Cyberpunk.
Edge. Mirror's Edge is a great
have you
example
guys
of
Thank
Cyberpunk.
you. I did like the original and stuff.
Lost Odyssey.
That
No,
was
any chance I
fun.
can't resist.
But
Oh, actually, Horizon.
thank you so much.
Fantasy steampunk or fantasy.
Thank you so
Horizon
much
Zero
to
Dawn,
Ryan
yeah.
for talking with us about the lore of Cyberpunk. If you would like to hear more about the lore of whatever
Things.
it is and to hear people talk passionately about things that they enjoy talking about, please catch Lore Masters at 4 p.m. on Thursdays.
I did an episode with this guy on Ghostbusters.
It was fantastic.
That one was amazing. Next week, guys.
Oh my god. Ryan went and got to do a show at my favorite place in Los Angeles.
I did
the
a show-
Magic Castle.
At the Magic Castle, we shot it there, and with Paul Draper. It's about the history of magic. So and it's whether it's vilification in the Western world, the occult history.
Did you
of
talk
it,
about the
and-
Dead Scrolls? Did the Dead Scrolls?
I
go
didn't
up?
have enough time.
Oh, okay.
We need to do like 7 more episodes,
time,
but.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's do some video games. I'm gonna help you guys jack in because that's the other job that I have here. So
Who has not done VR before? We got to let the newbies go first. I think that's definitely. Let's give them the easy one, or do we want to? Well,
What's
we'll
that
see.
one with the pirates fighting sword and
Space
shield?
Pirate is pretty easy. It's pretty introduction to VR.
Yeah, Space Pirate.
Do you want to fight? Yeah.
Here, can we fly out the table
Space
and push
Pirate is
everything
just
back?
a cyberpunk word choice combination.
Oh, my stuff. Oh, all this stuff here.
Yeah.
Woo.
There we are.
I'll just take this.
All right. So the games that we're going to be playing tonight are Space Pirate Trainer VR, which is essentially a shooting gallery game, but it is with space lasers, and so that makes it cyberpunk. The idea is that like your ship has been down, and then you have to fight off the
Good catch.
police,
We've been there.
the space military. Yeah, we all know what that's like. And then the second one is Raw Data from Servios, which is a game where you have to shoot or defend different technology from robots.
That are attacking you all the
Robots are
time.
attacking. So who's up first? Who which two?
I can take one of the new kids through it.
Okay.
You teach me the way of the sword and shield, my
Oh
friend.
yeah, it's gonna be.
All right.
Do I have to make that face?
Pick up the
Yeah.
mandatory.
Okay.
I haven't gotten the new strap
Alright.
yet.
So is it
Shush.
lighter?
Yeah, I'll play raw. Wait. Well, yeah, he wanted to do. Should we do raw data first?
Are we doing Space Pirate or Raw
Space
Data?
Pirate. Space Pirate has a gentler learning curve, probably.
Yes.
Can I hand you these?
Here, I got him.
Intergalactic wasteland.
I feel like I should take off my shoes.
Mine.
Oh, I'm not the one doing it. Okay. Who's Who's hacking in?
I'll hack. I'm gonna.
Goggling in.
Who's goggling in? Who's jacking in?
Are we gonna call you Jack Ryan?
Yes.
Who said that?
Who else?
Who's
I was
got
gonna say, who do you think would say
It's a little short on top, but other than that, it's fine.
We can fix that.
Thank you.
What are you saying right now?
I'm in Space Pirate.
Privacy policy agreement.
Okay, good. Do you see the? Do we have Ryan? Do we have the monitor?
Bruh.
I need to darken my jacket.
How do I tell which is right and
You
which is
see
left?
the?
Let me adjust this.
These things.
Okay, because they're both in standard gun tone.
This isn't the one that you threw across the room, is it?
This is exactly the one that I threw across the
I'm
room.
not gonna do that.
A little
yes.
longer?
Yeah. You do not do what I did.
Like this is a little high,
Yes.
and then just
So
tighten it up
trigger
on the
buttons
side.
tend to be like, you know, for
I can't hear what these guys,
Okay, that's
these
that's
important
perfect
people
right
up
now.
front are
So just
saying.
tighten it on the sides now.
Somebody read my sign up front.
When you first put up crosstalk, I was like, does she want
It's
us
a
to
little
do more
okay. Now it's a little long on top. Sorry.
That's why I put the other side that says
Where's the-
watch.
And then just,
Okay, so right now they're going to be going into Space Pirate Trainer, which is essentially a shooting gallery.
There we are.
The idea is that your ship got shot down, and now all of these bots, these military police bots, are coming after you, and you have to shoot them. You have a variety of different weapons you're gonna want to use. Okay, oh, you're in. Are we in?
I am in orbit.
All right. Okay. So these thumb pads here, the thumb pads. Oh, you know this.
Should I calibrate height?
He's in raw data.
Oh, he's in raw data. Oh, damn it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm pulling you out, man. I'm pulling you out.
Pull me out!
I was gonna say let's
Tallison,
switch.
go.
Let's switch.
You just go.
I'll just go. Okay. So here's how you play Space Pirate.
Did you put your shawl over? Okay.
No.
Here we go.
Hang on.
Boom. Let's get some guns, and let's set
Here.
them, and let's
Give me
be ready
that.
to rock.
I gave you the right one.
Shoot. What's going on?
There you
There we
go.
go.
I didn't put your wrist on.
Oh, that was easy.
And that's the game.
But you have to say pew pew pew.
Pew pew pew.
That's-
Well, here.
Everyone knows that in the future, you have to say pew pew pew.
Yeah, the grenades.
There's ducking involved?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got a shotgun right now.
So
Need a
this one
shield.
is fantastic to start in
That's
because
too
it's like
cool.
very intuitive. You know, you're used to just shooting, and like you'll shoot with the trigger. The thumb pad you can use to choose your different weapons. If you go behind here, you can pull out your shield. Yes, you will enjoy. You can also do melee with sword and shield. Ooh, Tallison, I'm gonna have to go against you for a high score. All right, so here. All right,
Oh, is it
let's
ready?
put you back in.
Okay.
And now let's play with a sword, shall we?
Always.
Come here. Thank you.
I did not know you could do that.
Yeah, I got to do
Alright.
a couple full 360 VR videos, like interactive ones and stuff, where I got to be
Okay.
on pirate ships.
All
and
right,
kinds of stuff. I never
so
got to play
hit
or
right.
watch.
So first of all, look down at your guns. Look down at your guns and figure them out. So you use the trigger buttons like
Each
on
of
the
our
back, like
choices.
as if you were
Every
pulling the
corner.
trigger.
Especially when you're wearing a mask.
There you go.
Especially.
Two tiny plastic.
And does this?
Here, let's. Oh, that's right. I'm being attacked.
Okay.
Ryan, can I get
All right,
signal
that's
on the
enough of
monitor if possible?
There we go. Yes, yes.
So to me, this is like the ultimate. This is cyberpunk, like being in a virtual reality. And it's. I wish that we had we had the capability of doing mixed reality, so you could see what it's like for Tallison. Like mixed reality streams are so cool because you see what they are seeing, like living inside this world. Are you just raving?
There's
with
there's
yours?
music playing. I am
Okay,
wearing
so-
these pants. I
So-
gotta dance.
Okay, so like
Oh,
look
there's
at
more
your
directions
guns.
behind me.
Well, look at your guns.
There's a ship behind me.
Brian, focus. So like
Oh, shit.
check your guns and like figure out how they work, and then
There's
click
different
and then
settings and
shoot
things.
ready to rock.
Ooh! I just
So
fired
you
a
can
grenade.
yeah. So you can figure. So use the thumb pad to choose your different weapons.
All right.
The ammo, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
then use the triggers.
Let's just go. And then how do I do the shield thing?
Did you get it?
Oh, I found the sword.
So use the thumb
There you
switch
go.
to the
I'm
left,
fighting
and you'll get the
lefty.
shield.
Huh?
Use the
Oh,
thumb switch and push to the
Here,
left to get the shield.
you can switch them. Switch
Okay.
switch the remotes for that.
Ooh, Except now I have 2 shields.
Yep. Okay. Now
Here,
go back
hang
behind your back and get a
Yeah.
sword, get a gun, or you can switch to sword with the right thumb pad.
This guy's ready to fight some space pirates.
Thank you.
All right.
Ah, like that, don't you? There we go. I forgot I have the gravitational
Oh.
wave now. Take it.
Okay, now I get it. All right.
Okay, now, shoot, ready to rock, and you're in. All right, you're right. You got it. Okay, so do we
This is
have the
my battle
capability
dance.
of? Okay,
Taliesin,
so what
ducking,
Talison's tactic
swift,
right here
fast.
is he's using the laser for one. Oh man, no,
Laser
Talison's
shield's
like
going
changing it
up.
up a lot.
Taking it down.
You can get hit 3 times before you are out. You get higher. You get higher scores if you
There we
can
are.
chain combos, like if you can get multiple bots at once. Oh, okay. Brian's in.
You're in the danger zone, Erica.
I am in the danger zone. Okay, so
Did
normally.
we just complete the level with Taliesin here? Is that what happened? Or moving to stage 2? Something happened.
And the crowd goes wild.
Something
They saved
happens.
Planet Earth.
I'm trying to be
Whoa,
fancy.
slippery carpet.
So Taliesin, what score are you at right now?
I don't know.
Because I'm gonna beat it.
Does it
Wait.
say
Oh
that?
well, in that case, I'll play to win as opposed to
Yeah,
just trying to be a
that's right.
sucker.
Stars!
Oh, Taliesin, you can do both at the same time. I believe in you.
Because you can check your ammo counter in this just by looking at like.
At the gun, yes.
Yeah.
But it just gives you the general bars, and it'll still go. It'll still like go even if you're out of ammo, but it'll just go be like slower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Some like cooldown on it.
So I realized something after a lot of VR streaming is that you never look as cool as you feel in VR.
Audio
It's yeah.
Shield is
Oh my
pretty
God.
much
Okay, so my
Oh, man,
favorite
Audio
game,
Shield.
the,
So
my favorite game to
embarrassing.
play that we generally cannot play because of copyrighted music is Audio Shield. It's so Tron where you have 2 different light shields and you like punch the beats as different colored different colored balls of light come at you, and you have to punch it with the correct color in time to the music. And you can search for any song, so you like hook up like YouTube or
Oh yeah, you can YouTube search.
Bandcamp or SoundCloud to it, and just search for any song, and it'll adjust the beats to it. It's so good, and it's like such a workout because it's just like you're punching it, and it'll judge you on like how hard you punch and like your rhythm for it.
style,
It's
crossover.
so good. It's my favorite game to play. But again, you are never as cool as you think you are in it, because you feel like this like warrior of light.
You're cooler.
Right, but we're nerds on the internet, and
Yeah.
I feel like we can lean into that.
Yeah, Brian, I don't know how you're doing on your game
Right.
at
Or
all.
we're just not cool, and that's fine.
Okay, now I know.
I've lived through that my whole life, and it is great.
Yeah, oh no, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I think of myself as being like,
Oh,
oh,
damn
super
it. I just
cool,
got
but
two-
it's
two.
not. Oh my God. Okay, let me tell you guys. Let me tell you something about VR porn. It was not the bright future that I was promised. So far, right now, all you have are like 360 videos, and it's like you're a tiny person, and it's like very large. I'm sorry.
Do
I'm
they
in
feel
the
like
you're
giants?
good. I just don't hit
Does
But,
it feel like a giant?
It's like, yeah, and it's just like, and then like you look down at your body and you're like some gross body but you have like body dysphoria and like,
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah!
Like, that's not my pecs, man. What the hell, dude? Like-
And the perspective is all
I have
wrong.
a lot more
and,
hair
and
than
it's like
that.
just not
Why are
interactive.
my arms moving?
It's like it is like everybody said that the first thing that we'd get would be good porn in virtual reality, and that is a lie.
Wait, did they say good porn?
Yeah.
Did they just say porn?
I mean,
You want to join us on the couch of relative safety?
I mean, yeah, sure, that's good.
I don't know. I'm still getting kicked.
What's next?
So yeah,
I'm just-
don't even get me started on
I feel like
porn
if
and
music was played, it
VR.
would just be like interpretive.
And we
dance.
don't even have any interactive games. No.
I'm just typing in the chat.
Boom.
It's getting in there.
Oh, are you in chat?
I'm in the chat from
Who's
the
what's your handle?
Jesse Bradmore. I just joined Twitch.
Nice.
Nice. Taliesin, take 2 steps to the left for your safety. That's the right. But
Well, they were shooting at me.
You were closer to danger.
You need to step right. For
Also,
personal
watch your right
safety.
foot. Still
See, you guys
careful
are
of your
throwing
right
out.
foot, Taliesin.
Yeah.
Okay.
VR. What would
Slightly
go wrong?
better.
I
So
think we
for
have-
my VR setup at home, which is Brian is using my Vive, I have a Slack management system which consists of 2 dog leashes hanging from the ceiling. And it's like retractable so that like you can duck down and everything, and it'll just manage.
8750.
Do you live in the Willy Wonka video game?
All right.
Go spank Dallas.
Being yelled at.
All
I might
right,
add.
and then
Thanks.
let's put Jesse in once
no.
Brian is out. Oh wait, do you not have sound for yours?
No. Space Pirate, you don't need a fucking
Yeah,
sound.
you do. It's because it's 360 sound. All right.
They shot me.
Erica confirmed Kiki.
Welcome to
Guys,
the internet.
do you follow us on Twitter? Okay. Left foot up.
Left foot up.
There you go.
There we are.
I'll run cable for her.
Okay, wait.
But yeah, the dog leash system that they have set up.
Oh wait, I don't have my.
That is very
Oh my god, I just realized my mic is here.
It's okay.
It'll still catch.
You'll be fine.
Catch me. All right.
Here you.
All right. 8750. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 8750 while being like yelled at by people who are having corn issues. Those they're coming for you, man.
So we've got Brian and Space Pirate,
Those
and Erica's
Space
jumping in to
Pirates.
see if she can beat you.
Oh man.
Game over.
Jesse's displaying how Inception could be cyberpunk.
Are you yelling in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. I love you.
All right.
There we
Actually, I
are.
haven't played in a while. I talked a big game, but
Yeah, you did.
You gotta talk trash, otherwise it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try and run to make sure that they don't smash into each other.
Yeah. We
Thank
got some
you.
close
Adding
calls.
more bodies to
Oops, sorry.
have less.
It's all right. My lap
Is that the wall? I just feel like my tail on my head is a little short. Or should I move more to the right?
Move more to the right.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another fun aspect
Yes.
of VR.
Yeah.
It's impossible for people in VR to interact with those of us outside.
Oh yeah, part of the fun.
Right. It's like when you're the one sober friend surrounded by drunk people. Your entertainment.
You're not
was
even
made
using the
provided
shield. You know,
for
you could use the shield.
This is the joy of VR, where
Ah!
it's a bunch of your friends
Yeah, you got
watching
tagged.
look like an ass on the couch.
It's great. It's the
pretty
best.
great.
It's my favorite.
oh man,
Oh, I
what?
got tagged again.
Ah. I mean,
That's not the
that
sound
sound?
of winning, Eric. I don't understand what's happening.
To be fair, I play this game a lot at home.
damn it!
That's fair.
I play this game a lot at
I'm
home.
trying again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ah!
Tilt.
This is Space Pirate is my favorite game, so on the VR system.
So
I like the hexagon.
It's and like sometimes I'll just go in with the double swords and just use like the force power to like throw like crouch things and like run them in my swords.
Has anyone played the
How
Star
do you get them to come to you with the
One that,
sword?
like, you
The
put
sword.
over your
Once
head
you have the
to
sword
fly
up, the
game,
trigger
you
creates a
turn
tractor beam. You can
about
whip them in, and then the other sword is a deflector and a
No,
slice.
either. It's
Oh,
its
nice.
own
You
set
keep
of
having.
systems,
We
like
got
$150.
pop-ups.
But it's its own like headgear. I feel like it's like one of those terrible old games that would like. It was like the.
Wait
I
a
just
second.
realized
I
you have
didn't-
to
when it was, like,
detonate
yeah,
two grenades.
It was like two frames of the guy.
Wait a
picking,
second.
like-
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Like literally ink.
Are you
I
out?
think
If it's
it
like that,
thinks
then I
that I'm
heard, no,
taller
it's-
than I
it's-
am.
Oh, you're too tall.
Everybody was played it. It's Star Wars.
Because
There is a
this
Star Wars specific like Jedi
because
trial.
it went over my head and it still tagged
When the
me.
Kinect first
Ah.
came out,
Wearing tall
it was a
shoes.
Star Wars game.
There you
The
go.
infamous Han Solo. Han Solo.
There you go. Here to help.
Dance floor is getting hot.
You're too good to them, Jesse.
Right? When it was its own.
Too
Like,
good for this world.
They have like the Google. What do they
I'd like to
call
say,
it?
Erica just had this
Yeah.
whole monologue about how you don't
Yes,
look as
and it's
cool
just-
as you
yeah,
think you
same
do.
thing, right?
And
Looking
she's a
pretty
liar.
cool. She's looking pretty cool.
She's a mendacious liar.
The dress helps. To be
You're
fair.
so
That
sweet.
Erica helps.
The Erica
think
helps as
overall-
well. I don't know how you're doing it in those shoes, to be honest.
Ah,
Yeah,
Yeah,
backwards
it's-
and high heels.
Is it not set well?
I don't know.
Sometimes the
Something's
settings go a little
wrong.
weird.
Oh, great.
People are asking if I can see my reflection in your
I'm
dress.
gonna try this.
I actually can see mine.
Can you
That's
see
intense.
yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can always see myself in your dress.
That's okay. Thank you for saying that.
Oh, there it was.
There it is.
Mic drop.
So Space Pirate, yeah, Space Pirate is, and like they keep adding new things. So the more you play, like every time I come back, there's been an update.
Wait, there's like a ship helping me.
Yeah, sometimes ships help you, sometimes they
I
hurt
just
you.
shot it.
Yep, don't shoot your friends.
Oh, it's
Hey.
turned on me, Taliesin.
This is why no one likes you, man, right there.
You've been dared to touch it.
Stop. Oh, yeah.
So it's a Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like I mean, I did put her into Battle Angel Lita. There are parts of Erica that I have seen.
Yeah, man. Oh, and we like, you know, at Labyrinth, anything is anything.
Oh, man,
Everything
Labyrinth,
is
the
on
Labyrinth.
display at Labyrinth, man.
The Labyrinth's
Is that right,
changing warehouse.
Brian?
What?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Nice use of the grenades.
Damn it.
Can you shoot around the shield?
Space Pirate Trainer's been out since almost day one.
Space Pirate Trainer was like the original, like, this shit can be cool. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna join you guys down here. Hi.
Cyberpunk snuggle.
Yep, it is
Our
slowly.
request gather your party time.
I was about to say, we haven't snuggled yet.
Just
There we
All
are.
right, it's not a real
Hi, dear.
gather.
So just
Now it's a real gather.
There it is.
I heard there's like they have a Ghostbusters VR
Is it-
experience where
kind of like Pokemon Go.
like they have a whole warehouse set up where they actually move furniture around in real time. So they
Taliesin, they're shooting missiles at me.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
wow.
actually, I
Yeah.
can't remember where they set it up. It was traveling for a while. But yeah, it's a VR experience where there's actual actors moving stuff around you as you navigate a space to really.
Gather
in Salt Lake
your
City.
cuddle.
It's in
Has anyone
Utah.
done the
Always.
Star
It always
Wars
ends in a cuddle.
one up
No,
in
I want to do
Disneyland?
that though.
Ho, ho, ho.
So those LEDs have different
Oh.
settings, and when you move them at speed, they
It's
change.
amazing. It's an
Oh.
entire building that you can navigate through,
Right.
and anytime you like reach up to go through a door frame,
Whoa.
there's a door frame. If there's an R2 unit,
Oops, sorry.
That's
there's
okay. You
an
hit
R2
couch.
unit.
I'm gonna just
Amazing.
go with that
Amazing.
shield. Oh, damn it. Ah, this is not what I wanted.
Yeah, there's I think in those spaces they have people moving shit around. So you're like, oh, maybe they'll be there because they're walking up.
It's actually impressive.
I think. Yeah. They're. Wow. You're holding up pretty well. Oh yeah. There you go. There you go. Oh yeah. There you
What
go.
is the shield system? I haven't seen this before. Is there like a power up that happens?
Yeah, you can like get different shields and power-ups that pop up.
Can I just?
Super fancy photo.
Whoa. Oh, very nice. Good use of the sword.
It's like a dance.
Very good use of the sword. Very good use of the sword.
Sorry.
That's why he's got all that gear on, is to defend.
That's how you.
This is hilarious to watch. I can't even like.
Oh.
This is, by the way, for those of you who don't
Erica,
know,
I
this is
feel that
exactly
that's
what a
you,
golf
and that
club
we're like
looks
in some sort of like time crisis.
Yeah. Ah, damn it.
Why is everyone made a Time Crisis VR game?
Oh.
Ah!
These big ships will not die.
Hold on. I've been observing everyone here tonight.
Oh, no.
God. Oh no.
Someone here is a replicant.
Yeah, it's you probably.
No, he's
Figure
Canadian.
out who. Maybe.
I love you to know.
Maybe.
I'm not sure yet.
It's either you.
Me?
No,
Okay.
you're fine. Keep shooting space pirates. Or you
Me?
with the blue hair.
All right.
I gotta clear you guys out of here.
All right, all
so I
right.
can run this test.
All right.
Oh, looks like we
Time for VR breakdown.
No.
Jobs broke in.
All right.
We lost Eric.
I
in the
guess
technical
my
difficulty.
Don't make me come back. I'm living.
Were you
here.
not? Yeah. Well,
We gotta find the skin job, Erica.
Amazing.
We're
Nothing
all
else
human
to do.
here.
Does that
we
mean what I
have
think
games
it
that will
means?
run that you will be able to run
Yes,
perfectly.
it's
There,
about to be
there's
very
there, there are
different
stationary
VR
games
in 2 seconds.
that don't require height changes.
I'm waiting for
Okay. Okay. Hang on.
We'll get there.
Okay, let me pause. Oh, I don't think I paused. Oh, well.
No.
I think we need
All right.
to dive
Okay,
Bring it
I'm
out,
sorry.
bring
this,
it out.
this is very important. Brian,
gaming disorder.
What?
You two.
Oh, I got shot.
All right.
I'm sorry, Mr. Deckard, sir.
Look.
Get the collar on. Hold on.
Erica, I beat all your high scores.
Damn it.
9, 3,
You gotta figure it
5,
out.
2. Is that good? Wait, how do I take this off?
Don't.
You don't.
Stuck.
Hello?
Oh, man. You're
Oh my
out.
God!
I'm
Really?
back.
Wow.
So. Just gonna ask you a few questions. You can determine if you're human or replicant. Just don't think about it. Just answer the questions as you would naturally.
All right.
Taliesin, it's your birthday. Someone gives you a calfskin wallet. How do you react?
I thank them and probably try and use it a couple times. I mean, that's what you do, right? Yeah, that's the right answer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I nailed it.
Josh, you're watching television. Suddenly you realize there's a wasp crawling on your arm. What do you do?
I take it off slowly. I put it in a cup. No one wants to harm anything living.
You're walking in a desert along in the sand when all of a sudden you look down and you see a tortoise. You flip it on its back. You see it lying there on its back, its arms and legs waving, helpless unless you did something about it. But you don't flip it over. Why is that?
Have I met this tortoise before? Do we have a previously existing relationship that hadn't been agreed upon?
Just answer the question.
I mean, tortoise doing in the desert anyway. It's kind of, God.
Describe in single words your mother.
Light. Dark. Cottage.
There's a smell of cabbage in the studio, but there's no Brian Wayne Foster anywhere around. Do you search for Brian Foster or search for cabbage?
You hide from Brian Foster. You hide, and wait for the smell to dissipate.
Okay.
Why did?
Is a hamburger a sandwich?
No. Blasphemy!
Bison? Hamburgers are hamburger sandwiches.
That's the right answer. You're trying to play video games, but Overwatch has a new patch update and says it'll take 3 hours to install. What do you do?
I call Jeff.
That was a good answer.
It's an acceptable answer.
Acceptable answer.
Last question. There are donuts in the kitchen,
Eat them!
but Eric Campbell takes the last one. He takes a single bite and puts it aside. What do you do?
You kill Eric Campbell! Kill him! Kill him! Kill!
Neither one of them is a replicant. It's Eric Ishi.
Well, unfortunately, the terms of service mean that we can't actually disassemble Erica on stream, sadly. So we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to wrap up the show at this point so that we can take care of her.
When's my expiration date?
Well, let's see. What time is it? You got 1 hour. It's gonna be okay.
All right. Oh my God. That's why. Well, it's my birthday party this weekend. So everybody come. We're doing a charity for World Builders.
Tears in the rain.
Yeah, 24 hours. I've seen things you wouldn't believe.
My arm is
Attack ships off the build of Orion. But no, in all seriousness, I'm having a 24-hour birthday charity marathon. There's going to be Nerf wars and multiplayer games and competitive erotic fan fiction and 24 hours of craziness. Twitch.tv/Erica Ishii. It's all going to benefit World Builders charity. And Talzin, tell them what's going to happen if we hit $10,000.
Oh, is this at the $10,000 line?
I think it's the $10,000 line.
So we have a thing at my house that when you have truly sinned, when you have truly sinned against man, nature, and all above and below, we have a bottle of Chinese three-snake wine that is about 15 years old. And you drink from the Chinese three-snake
So when he
wine.
says three snake wine, it's just not just a funny name. There are three snakes.
Three
preserved
venomous
inside.
snakes embalmed in an alcohol
I
that
don't
was
really-
very iffily produced in China somewhere in the late 90s.
I don't really like the taste of most alcohols.
It tastes
and
it tastes like embalming fluid in pineapple juice. I have had to drink several times when I have sinned.
So there's that. Now, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I hope to see you at the charity stream where I think most of the people here will be there. All right, everybody, good night, and we will see you next week. Don't retire me!
Catcher! Catcher!